Shout out everybody that tapped in. Listen, it's a Fan Noise podcast, man. You know what I'm saying? This is episode 7, bro. We on 7 episodes already, bro. That's crazy. And a lot of y'all been tapped in with us the whole way, bro. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate our fellow sports fans because we ain't no different from y'all, bro. We are sports fans just like y'all. Y'all are just as much as part of the show as we are. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate all y'all.
We feed off y'all.
We feed off y'all. Y'all give us great energy, bro. Like, we wouldn't, like, this would be tough. You know what I'm saying? Without y'all. Y'all make this even more fun. You know what I'm saying? For real. So, you know what I'm saying? I am Will F. the Barber. You know what I'm saying? That's me. I'm the handsome one of the show. You know what I'm saying? But, of course, he's going to use this line. This is Dom. Go ahead.
Sexiest big nigga live.
Okay.
You already.
All right. Moving on. We got Orlando in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing but dudes in the room. But
For real.
Booty chin.
And there's no women in the chat either. There's no women in here.
It's alright.
But you know what? Hey, man, listen. You see something? You see something different around here? I'm gonna tell y'all what. Guess what? See, let me know how. I'm gonna tell y'all how you know we doing big things. Listen, we got our first sponsor. We got a sponsor, bruh. People be like, hey, bro, they want a sponsor. You know what I'm saying? Listen, these shirts is dope. You know what I'm saying? And if you wonder where we got them from, I'll let you know. Put that shirt back up for me, big dog. You know what I'm saying? 15. That's 15. Don't be that guy to spell 15 the original way, because that ain't how we spell it. Okay? You got to be a little more player to spell it like this. You know what I'm saying? You spell it like this, now you know you're on something. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boys over there at 15 that got us right with the gear. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? You can get some gear from 15. Check them out. I implore y'all to go to their Instagram page. You know what I'm saying? Check out their stuff. Go to their online site and you can get 15% off of your order if you use the Fan Noise promo code. You know what I'm saying? See, that's how you know I'm new to this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not used to having sponsors, bro. Like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? The world is different for me now. Like, don't talk to me. You ain't got no sponsor.
And they got some dope stuff actually.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't got no sponsor, don't talk to me. No, I'm just kidding, guys. But no, use the promo code Fan Noise Podcast. Get 15% off your order. You know what I'm saying? They got dope stuff, bro. Check them out. Definitely check them out. Use promo code Fan Noise. Fan Noise, okay?
Now we got a promo code,
bro. Ain't that something? Bro, like, bro, we up, bro. Hey, shout out to y'all because y'all are the reason we got that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, this is for us, bro. We got a sponsor. You know what I'm saying? All of us. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I do agree with Will. Cowboys are a bigger draw. You know, no doubt. You know, they got primetime games for a reason.
Oh, the merch.
You know, they got star players.
Speaking of the Cowboys, my favorite Cowboy, you know what I'm saying, ain't really a Cowboy. He really a Falcon if we're keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Deion Sanders, prime time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see what my boy doing in JSU, you know what I'm saying? Jackson State University. You know what I'm saying? Let's give him his roses because, bro, he turned that university all the way up, man. I'm talking about like
13-1?
Bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was 11-1 up until the bowl game. You know what I'm saying? But even before we even get to the wins and losses, bro, just what he did for like the whole like the team itself, because there was a struggling program before he got there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure about the wins and losses record. I forgot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, I ain't a Jackson State fan. You know, I'm a fan now because of Deion. So I wasn't watching the Jackson State game before that. You know, I'm gonna keep it a buck. HBCU. You know what I'm saying? I love my people, but I wasn't checking for their games, and nobody in here better say they was than me. You wasn't. Okay, you wasn't until Deion got there. All right, but the fact is, he there. You know what I'm saying? He turned that program up. I'm proud of the job he's doing, man. Because if you look, bro, he's the only coach. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't do this. Some of the stuff he do, you can't do in like some of these main schools like a USC, Alabama. You know, other these schools like you can't bring young Dolph. Long little Dolph, you can't bring him to the locker room rapping with the, you know what I'm saying, the team. You know what I'm saying? You got people in the sidelines, you know what I'm saying, like rappers and all that. Jeezy coming out talking to the team.
Brittany Renner coming out giving out a whole class.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw that.
But education.
But in fairness,
they need it.
They need that, bro. Because these young dudes, they coming out, they gonna go to the league and be looking. You know what I'm saying? The first thing they do, what they do?
Don't look like
look
PJ.
At these Instagram girls.
Don't look like PJ.
I ain't gonna cap, man. See, I'm gonna keep it real. Unfortunately, what's crazy is I low key been kind of following the situation a little bit. I actually kind of I'm on her side about it. I really am. But see, only because it's tough. It's tough because people are going to look at her history. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to contribute her history to that. But, however, you know what I'm saying? I'll give her credit in this. Because, bro, of course, bro cheat. You know what I'm saying? Most NBA players are going to cheat on their, you know what I'm saying, on their loved one. You know what I'm saying? But dude cheated. Dude was doing some foul things. And all that, bro, for the most part, because I ain't see the whole interview. I seen glimpses of it. She did an interview with Academics. She did not bash bro at all. You know what I'm saying? Because she really could have looked for some clout and said, bro, he did this and he ain't this and that. And even for the most part, bro, she really don't like just straight blast him unless he just going straight up foul. But she actually kind of held him down low key, even though, you know what I'm saying, the junk ain't work out.
That is her check.
Thank you. I'm like,
I mean,
I'm just saying though. I'm just saying, but how many? But listen, bro. With this social media, bro, how many of those same females are gonna hop on Instagram and all this, talk about they better and this and that?
But she don't need any more clout. It's over.
That's what I'm saying.
Why she don't?
She got the check.
Kid. She got the kid. That's the check. She got the kid.
But she also said something too. Like, listen, he reached out to her. You know what I'm saying? She was kind of hesitant in, you know, the situation, and he was trying to, you know, get her to feel comfortable about it. And then she got comfortable. She done packed up and moved all the way from California to Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't do that for somebody you just met. She knew what was coming with that.
Oh no, because she visited him when he was in college, so it's new. But at the same time, it's like
NBA players shouldn't get married. It just shouldn't happen.
I'm not gonna say that, but I'm not gonna say you should jump into marriage as soon as
No. I will say this: you shouldn't get married if you're not ready to be married, because there are a lot of players that like LeBron in this situation, bro. Like if you gonna do that, build an empire with it, for sure. Like, bro, get married, do all that, and hey, I'm married.
Steph,
you know what I'm
Steph
saying?
His wife?
Who?
Steph Curry.
Oh yeah. Well, she kind of slipped up a little minute. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, when she talking about I want dudes to appreciate me and compliment me, she kind of lost some points. But hey, she back now. You know what I'm saying? But what you call?
So hold on, let's get back to Deion.
Because
first I gotta say this: low key D said he was named after Deion Sanders.
So it's the worst case.
What a disappointment.
Deion.
This
is the worst case.
He said he was named after Deion Sanders.
What a disappointment!
So now he has to live out his legacy of being delusional.
Wow. You know what's funny, bro? That's actually funny, bro. I actually like his name is spelled the exact same way and everything. But no.
He shrugged his shoulders like, what you expect? Like, no.
But no, shout out Deion, though, taking JSU, going back to the real things, taking them to a whole nother level. They lost that game versus South Carolina State, you know what I'm saying? And I got to keep it real. I love Deion. That was not a good game. You know what I'm saying? That was not a good bowl game. But the first couple, you know, quarters look, you know, it looked pretty even. It was a defensive game, you know what I'm saying, low scoring game. But when South Carolina State took off, like, bro, they took off. And you can tell, like, they wanted this game, bro. Like, I felt like South Carolina State went into that game knowing they the underdog, and like, bro, we got the, you know what I'm saying, like, punched them in the mouth. But they were kind of riding. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. Deion, your son, that quarterback, he didn't have a good day. You know what I'm saying? That it wasn't a good day.
But I see improvement in the program already. So,
right.
And then
so I was about to say.
So I'm not gonna
that
hold
was
it
more
against.
So would you say rookie coaching?
Flipping the top recruit too. So like it's.
It's second year coaching.
So
I mean, and then the first year, you know, was the COVID year. So when it comes to the COVID year, you kind of throw that out. You know, especially for, you know, the FCS schools, you got to throw it out because they. You know, they're not one of the bigger programs, so they can't just recover stuff easily. You know what I'm saying? FCS, they were hit harder by it, you know, but, you know, it is what it is. I kind of throw that year out. This year was a great year, you know what I'm saying? Won Coach of the Year and all that. Like, he's a great coach. So don't let, what we're not going to do is let that game affect his, you know, how he looks as a coach. He's a great coach, you know what I'm saying? And it was coaching. He's actually out there on a scooter. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got one leg out there. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna get it together.
It's improvement, though.
It's improvement.
I mean, he bring the program up. He flipped the top recruit, so.
Which is dope. And I
love that, too, man.
Yeah.
Can you believe it's people out here hating? It's actually, but of course, it's them folks hating. You know what I'm saying? But I love it.
It's actually funny. My cousin went to Indiana and played ball for 2-3 years. He got recruited out of JUCO, and I watched him gather a bit of a following. Like I don't think you understand. Like when recruits or players that play for the team, like they will go search out and friend and follow and etc. Like these are avid fans. Like some of these guys follow every player on the team, 1 through 15. On basketball, he was playing basketball, but like by the same token, you get a top recruit and he flips. All those people that were following him, we're gonna be good this year, this and that, all that turned into rage. And so in my head, I just feel like they're not viewing him as a person that can make a choice. It's more so like an asset, So
you talking about as far as like schools and other people?
The way fans view him, like they view him as an asset to the school, and it's like he's treated as an asset, talked to like an asset.
Oh yeah, he is.
And
I'm about to say he is.
Bro, listen, not even just the school, bro. The whole Jackson, Mississippi, right now belongs to Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he is that. You know what I mean? Like the way I'm telling, because bro, he brings the energy, bro. And you know what's crazy? I would love to see more players of that stature, like coach some of these teams. And granted, bro, coaching ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But if you had the energy of somebody like Chad Johnson, you know what I'm saying, or like a Ray Lewis, you know what I'm saying, people like that coach these HBCU programs and all
people
that, and make them look better. Schools. But they want to go to bro.
And then, would you rather go to a big school or go to a big name school like Alabama or Georgia, something like that, or go to a school where you have a former NFL great player coaching?
Oh, for sure. And Travis Hunter is a cornerback. Like, well, he's receiver too, but he's a corner. You know what I'm saying? I would love to learn game from the best corner of all time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who better? And also, and that's why I also love the fact that players are able to get money now. You know what I'm saying? Because to some degree, the kind of levels the playing field a little bit, only because now I don't have to go to these big schools for the name. You know what I'm saying? Because prior to that, I don't think Travis, Hunter is making that decision had that not been the case. Because it's like you gotta kind of go with a big school for your name, But now that you ever get your money, he gonna get the money regardless. So I'm gonna go with.
That's only because
JSU,
it was like that in the past, bro.
But you can't tell me. I look at and I watch a lot of college football. I don't watch it, but it's a billion college football teams. So I don't watch everybody. I watch the SEC. I watch a lot of the good teams in the other conferences.
Sorry, Georgia.
Man, hey, wait a minute. We still. You know what I'm saying? College football playoff Georgia. So put a little respect on that when you say that. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna wax them. But my thing is,
allegedly,
it kinda levels the playing field because prior to that, bro, I don't think he really looks at Jackson State like that. He might want to go, but I don't think he looks at them like that. And I'm looking at all these other teams, bro, I don't really see many teams having more fun than Jackson State is having. You know what I'm saying? Like them boys having fun. Listen, bro. Ain't nothing better than having fun and winning. And granted, they didn't win the Celebrity Bowl, but like just the winning they was doing all season, bro. The fact that you had a whole community beside you, not just you know what I'm saying, Jackson, Mississippi, not just the state of Mississippi, but the community. You know what I'm saying, the community. But them behind you, man, and rooting for you. Like I would, to be honest, if I had a son right now that's playing high school ball, he is singing, I would really push Jackson State on him. Because I'm like, bro, that's the program I would want my son to play for right now.
But I think, as far as Jackson State goes, he's a big fish in a little pond. But he can still get the check.
Oh, they about to get some more money.
And I think that's...
They're going to get some more money.
They're getting the notoriety. They're becoming the HBCU football program. Like, Like, I think, what hurts them is the TV time. The comp, etc. But like, I mean, he's as long as he's still good, does well. I still think he gets into the draft. It's just he might not be drafted as high if he would have went to an Alabama, but he still gets drafted. Still, I
still feel like he'll be drafted high. You know what I'm saying? If he balls,
if he
balls,
right.
Listen, bro, if I'm an NFL team, like, I don't care where you playing at. If you like that, I'm gonna get you.
And so I'm just saying because Alabama's a draft manufacturer. And so they plugged in, and it's just you don't got the connections of the Alabamas, and so you don't.
Nobody does.
You don't.
But that's unfair to like compare to Alabama.
Even a step down, Georgia, a top school, whatever, Michigan, whatever, any school that has a historic football program.
Yeah, he's gonna have more game because of the fact of who he's being coached by. Bro, that makes a big difference.
Deion, bro.
That makes a big difference.
Deion, the real Deion, not low key D. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, we was talking about prime time, how he's a great coach, everything he's done for the program, all the positive things he's done for the program. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's talk about Urban Meyer, you know what I'm saying, who in my opinion is a bad NFL coach, you know what I'm saying, and has done negative to a program or an organization that was already trash. You know what I'm saying? But you bring in Urban Meyer, who they thought was supposed to be the savior, and he just brings it to a whole nother level of worse. You know what I'm saying?
But this is a thing that NFL players complain about. Retired on podcasts, they say it all the time. They always try to come in and bring that college mentality to the NFL. Those NFL players make more than them. They're bigger stars than them. Yeah. They don't owe their success to that coach.
I can buy that. And definitely with him, because he was a great college coach.
And
then you come to the NFL and you're kind of humble.
Deshaun Jackson just got on Up in Smoke podcast. It was talking
All
the Smoke.
Shout out All the Smoke podcast. You know what I'm saying? Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes.
Just talking about Chip Kelly. Talking about how day one he came in and said nobody's a starter. Everybody got to earn their spot. And Deshaun was like, we're Pro Bowlers, we're vets, we the tops of our crafts. I had this many 1,000 yards, and he come in talking about, no, you ain't a starter. You got to earn that in camp. And he's talking to him like college players. And so,
I still ain't mad at that though.
I'm mad at
that. Part I'm not mad at.
I'm mad at it because we know who's who, and so you don't need to go in the way Urban did, thinking that I'm gonna shake stuff up,
and the way most college coaches go in like that.
I'm gonna shake stuff up. Yeah, I'm gonna bring.
Because sometimes I'm sorry, these athletes who are star players need that. They need a little bit of readjustment because of the fact that they're thinking of what they did last year.
But it's a misfire.
You need a little bit of readjustment.
It's a misfire when you do it to everybody.
And when did Deshaun Jackson say this?
It was just like a week or two ago, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
but we said it on the pod.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were just talking about Deshaun history.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
You know how you felt about stuff, but like it's basically Chip Kelly all over again because he came in basically. Like that, what Don's talking about might work for certain players, but you can't do that as a blanket to the whole team.
Yeah.
That's when you lose the locker room. And so, like, in my head...
Do you think he should have got fired?
Yeah, because... because...
all the stuff
I don't think he should have got fired.
Do we need to dive into, like, the stuff he was doing? Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
He needs to go back to college.
Hold on, real quick. I got to shout this out because this is a touching thing, bro. Shout out Howard Fraser, man, 76. He said, this show better than Drink Champs. Y'all watch Drink Champs? It's a great podcast, great show, you know what I'm saying? But he said we better. So, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, all congratulations. Hey. Good congratulations. You know what I'm saying?
15 just joined. So you can
hey, shout out 15 again. Shout out 15. Hey,
click on that profile.
We got sponsors, bro. We got sponsors in here, man.
Click on that profile.
Click on the profile. Y'all follow 15. You know what I'm saying? Get you some gear. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't necessarily have to get this shirt. You know what I'm saying? But there's they got a lot of heat in there.
You got some Braves gear.
Check out their heat. They got a lot of heat. I'm tapping in myself. I'm gonna use the promo code. What is the promo code you asked? I'm glad you asked. Use Fan Noise promo code, get 15% off of your order. You know what I'm saying? And you can get you some drip. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know a lot of y'all been rocking the show for a minute. If you want to get you a shirt that say Fan Noise on it, you know what I'm saying? All you got to do is, you know what I'm saying, go on to the 15 and follow them on IG, you know what I'm saying? Hit the link in their bio and you got it.
And for all of my larger than normal fellas, they got you covered too.
Yeah, because Dom is larger than normal. Do you know how many places he had to go to find a shirt that can fit Dominique? You know what I'm saying? Shout out 15, bro, because you went there. You went to find it, bro. I'm going to find this shirt even if I got to go to Alaska to find this shirt. But no, I feel like, bro, when it comes to Urban Meyer, bro, like, a lot of stuff you said I agree with. You know, just about everything I agree with. Because he came in with that mentality. Because when you a college coach, you got to understand, bro, and a lot of these big colleges, a lot of times are like smaller towns and outside of like the USC's, UCLA and all that. Mm-hmm. But like a lot of like Georgia, Alabama, you know what I'm saying? They smaller towns. They're not small towns, but they're smaller towns. Alabama ain't, you know what I'm saying, the biggest city in, you know what I'm saying, Alabama. What's it called?
Tuscaloosa.
Tuscaloosa ain't the biggest city in Alabama or nothing like that. But Nick Saban is the man. And not just Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Like Kirby Smart is the man in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Like, these coaches are bigger than the program to some degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're in Notre Dame. Like, I feel like a lot of people in these towns would be more, like, surprised, more impressed to see the coach than some of the actual players. So, the coach is bigger than the players. In the NFL, it is not like that. Mm-hmm. And Urban Meyer definitely came in with that mentality. Like, I'm bigger than all y'all. He pretty much said that to his players and coaches, you know what I'm saying? He didn't say that per se, but the way he carried himself, you know what I'm saying? The way he
realistically, the only person he wasn't bigger than on Jacksonville was Trevor Lawrence. I mean, that's being real.
I mean, he said.
I mean, is it true? Is it not true?
But he said,
I disagree.
He said at the jump though that he had a better coaching staff at Bowling Green, and he was disrespecting. he
disrespected his own staff. The staff that you picked, you called them trash.
Partially.
Okay, I didn't know that he picked.
Partially picked.
I thought he. I was about to say.
Partially.
I didn't know
he picked the whole staff.
But my thing is, when you start disrespecting the staff, you kicking players. James Robinson fumbling the game. You bench him for almost most of the game.
And that's one of the better running backs in the league.
He's Jacksonville's best player.
Facts. Trevor Lawrence said that.
He went to him. He went to him on the sideline. Was like, why is he not in the game? And like. Your QB is questioning your coaching decision, and you're benching
your number one overall pick QB,
and you're benching a star running back, and like you think that that's gonna serve for better than worse. And like in my head, this is the stuff that got him fired. But on top of that, I mean, I don't understand the media. They keep trying to frame Urban as like this good guy, and finally it's he's a bad guy. He got fired from Ohio State for hiding that his assistant coach.
He didn't get fired. See, this Urban Meyer, he
resigned.
Urban Meyer resigns before he
Let me tell you something too.
But
I've had one of those jobs too where I had to resign or get fired. I'm pretty sure he took the resign route.
But they let him gracefully resign. They gave him the rest of the season and resigned in the offseason.
So to Florida.
And he retired.
Why did they do that in Jacksonville? It ain't like they were doing nothing anyway.
Because it got very bad.
Well, first off,
I feel like they were. Shad Khan was trying to let it get to that because he was like when they asked him about it, he'd say something but say nothing at the same time. But it got to the point it's like, dang, bro, like when he kicked his kicker in warm ups.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's when it's kind of like, all right.
Actually, they said that the timing was perfect for the organization because season tickets for next year go on sale, and they want to sell season tickets. They don't want this toxic story.
So first of all, if you're buying season tickets to a Jacksonville Jaguars game, you're the fool.
Well, actually, they might be on sale.
Well, how much we talking? If we talking about $20,
tickets for like
if I can get season tickets, $1,500
for the season,
man, please, man, just how am I resell them? Hey, you want to buy some Jacksonville Jaguars tickets?
I don't live in Jacksonville.
It's
different.
But
if somebody offered you $1,500,
if them tickets ain't going for $20,
if somebody offered you $1,500 season tickets for the Falcons, would you not buy them?
First of all, hold on, wait a minute. Now I give my team. I criticize my team more than a lot of people, but we are not the Jacksonville Jaguars. You will not bring us down to that level. No. That's a very bad franchise. He gave you the numbers. Now we done did a lot more in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That people give us credit for, and granted, we don't get the credit because we don't win it out. So it is what it is. But understand, we ain't Jacksonville.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? A lovely city, but your team is boo boo.
But I feel like they suck this year, and they always gonna try to sell you a better story that they'll be a better fresh start, new head coach, this and the third. But
but it's like they weren't gonna do anything, even if he was a better coach. They weren't doing nothing anyway. Their record, what? They might have won 2 more games this season if he wasn't a head coach. They had a different coach.
No, but it's not even about that though.
It's possible. That
he started to suck as a coach before it even started. You know what I'm saying? He hired a bad his conditioning coach. You know what I'm saying? Was accused of being racist. You know what I'm saying? You brought in Tim Tebow, who everybody know and had no business being in the NFL. You gave him work out because that was your boy. Because you love Tim Tebow, you decided to give him a chance. He's not good. And on top of him not being a good quarterback in the NFL, you decide to put him at tight end, a position he hasn't played. Like what? That's
he wasn't going to bring him back as a quarterback.
So what you bringing him back for? That's the whole thing that makes you a bad coach.
Yeah, but that also could have been one of those things where that would have brought more fans into the stadium. Not necessarily even playing him. The fact that Tim Tebow is in the stadium and is on the Jacksonville team.
That's a college football coach move. You're doing something for the fans. Bro, if you are an NFL coach,
and it's not
your objective should be winning.
And bro, you acted like he signed him.
But it's not even
you brought him in for a workout to see what
it's a really good tight end out there that didn't get a chance because you tried to bring in Tim Tebow. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that could have contributed. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that goes back to the mentality of I'm going to do this because I can do this. I'm Urban Meyer. And bro, that's not how it works. Any move you make should be focused on winning. You brought in, like you said, the coach that, you know what I'm saying, was accused of being racist and bullying black folks. You brought in Tim Tebow, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, how are you a coach trying to tell me not to do this in the streets? Not to, you know what I'm saying, to stay off, stay off of social media, you know what I'm saying, getting in these scandals and all that. When you out here getting caught with a girl that ain't your wife.
That could happen.
No, it can happen. No, and don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not happening in the league today.
I'm not saying it's right, but that can happen.
Bro, you got to move smart. How is you as a coach going to sit in front of me and tell me, hey, you have to be careful out here? You know what I'm saying? Because these girls or this and that don't get caught in a scandal that takes attention away from the team and winning and all that. When you the one doing it, you can't talk to me no more.
Happen to anybody.
You can't talk to me about that no more.
But
you know what I'm saying?
He was a bad person coming out of OSU. If you hiding an assistant coach beating his wife, there was a reason why he got fired. Yeah, ESPN gives him a job. ESPN gives him a job as an analyst, and then he retired. But then a year later, he's applying for jobs. He's trying to get a head coaching job somewhere. And like the reality was, that was a graceful firing, but he's granted a job as an analyst, and then he's granted another head. Like, when are you gonna?
He made friends with white.
I'm about to say he
now.
You said it first. You said it right at first.
I'm trying to be politically correct.
You said it right at first.
Now it's like, oh, true. He's the bad guy. I'm like, yeah. Don't get me wrong. Urban Meyer has a pull in college, and I think the main thing is he's a good recruiter. But outside of that, no, I give him no more positives. Like,
do you think he can get another job like in college or? Well, because let's be
definitely in college.
We feel like the NFL is done, right? He's done in the NFL.
He could probably get another job in the NFL just in a different situation.
Because let's say he gets situation.
Let's say another team opens up where they get depending on the team, and they get he applies for the coaching job and they let him go there and coach and he wins. Jacksonville is sorry, bro. I didn't see nothing positive happen.
Jacksonville had more talent than people give them credit for. This isn't the Detroit Lions. You know what I'm saying? The Detroit Lions have very few talented players on that team.
The Detroit Lions got 4 wins this season?
They got 2, and they just
them and Jackson. They got
2 in the top. They got 2 in the top.
So that's
Steelers,
3.
They tied with the Steelers.
Minnesota.
They tied with the Steelers. They won to win.
Oh,
so they got 2 in the top.
And then
so they're on the same level.
That's a problem.
But
you got more talent than the Lions.
I don't know.
Yes, and bro, I'm sorry, bro. And everybody want to talk about how trash Trevor Lawrence has been, bro. I'm sorry. He's been poorly coached. You know what I'm saying? And he don't have a lot of weapons, but bro, like it's crazy.
If Urban Meyer goes to Alabama, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see another recruiter on Alabama staff. I'm sick of them already.
I ain't gonna lie. If he go to Alabama, we in more trouble.
Man.
Because I ain't gonna lie. Like, I feel like he would be. See, he's built for college. But this is also the thing because I feel like, to be honest, I don't feel like he should get another coaching job in general. But I feel like he will. But
he will.
Bro, if you look at a lot of these places he left, bro, he left with a scandal. Bro, he left Florida with some scandals following behind him. He left Ohio State with some scandals following behind him. He leaving Jacksonville Jaguars with some scandals following behind him. Like, bro, like, you gotta understand, if you're hiring Urban Meyer, just know, in college, not in the NFL, because he's shown he can't do nothing in the NFL so far. But in college, he's going to be able to recruit, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if I'm the parent of somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's a baller, and I just watched all of that, you ain't finna talk to my son. You know what I'm saying? However, I know that there are some people that are going to ignore all those red flags and still going to go with them. Definitely. My thing is this. If I'm a college, I'm looking at it like, bro, like, we may be good for a little bit, but eventually it's going to be something that's going to go crazy and go left, and he's going to be like, all right, y'all, I'm going to retire because I can't believe they're doing this to me. And he tried to pull that with the Jacksonville move. He talking about, oh, like, I grew up in a different era, like, you know, things, like, it's more soft now, like, you got to, like, this ain't being soft, bro. Like, you doing stuff that people don't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't how it go. But these folks making money. These folks making millions of dollars. So you can't just talk to me and do. But if you kick me, he better be glad that was a kicker. Because he ain't gonna kick a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Kick a linebacker. Yes. See what happens. See what happens. You kicking one of the weakest players on the team. Right. Kick James Robinson. See what happens. You think it's funny? Oh, it's cool. You trying to toughen me up? You trying to show me something? Kick me. Let me show you something. Get whooped in front of everybody out here. Get whooped in practice. Because after I whoop you, I can't go into the game and listen to what you're saying. I'm going to ignore you. I'm listening to my running backs coach and the offensive coordinator. Because you, sir, I just whooped your butt. I can't listen to nothing you say to me now.
It's true.
You can't come back to the NFL.
So in my head, like, he alienated the entire team, management, because they all kept, you know, criticizing him throughout the season. He got talked to by the owners, you know, throughout the season for all the stuff that he did. But then he comes up to, honestly, it's funny because it was like Josh Lambo. He came up to the came up clutch once again. He came up clutch with the game winner.
And I feel like he said what a lot of players, because he got cut, you know what I'm saying, with the roster. So he said what a lot of players are already thinking. You know what I'm saying? They've been with Trevor Lawrence. I watched the interview. He wanted Buddy out.
Oh yeah, when you walk up to your head coach and start questioning his head coaching decisions, that's all I need to say.
Facts.
A rookie QB,
a rookie quarterback is talking about the coaching decisions. Like, bro, like, what more do you need to say? And not only is it a rookie quarterback, it's my number one overall pick. So if I'm an owner, when he speaks, I need to listen. You know what I'm saying? So if my number one overall quarterback says, bro, what is he doing? You know what I'm saying? Then that's kind of a problem. Sorry, sir. Goodbye.
Well, I guess that door closed.
That door is closed. But you felt like that wasn't nothing, though. You felt
no,
like
the
you
other
didn't
stuff,
do
the
nothing.
other stuff we were
like
talking about that we were reading about, I was just like, I mean, it was the first year. Yeah, some of that stuff I feel you. Some of the other stuff, he talks harsh to the players.
You said initially he should have kept his job.
Not 11, what? No, they, what, 13 games?
2-11.
So 13 games? Nah, he should have kept his job 14. For the rest of the year.
No, 13.
I would have seen what he did. If it would have went down this same road next year, midway through the season, then I would cut bait. But the first year, with a team that was already going to be sorry, I wouldn't have cut him. But some of the other little antics you're talking about, yeah, I get it. But I wouldn't have cut him at first. To me, it's a little too soon.
So, I'm seeing in the chat, man. Bro. They talking about, what you call, Loki D said, let's talk about Dom's Lakers and Lakers. Well, really, it's not Dom's Lakers. Let's clarify that. It's not Dom's Lakers. It's Orlando's Lakers.
It's Dom's LeBron. First off.
Yeah.
He has ownership to Jock. I don't know why, but like...
I got ownership in clutch. Watch him out.
But, man, what's going wrong with the Lakers? Because Orlando, me and you done had debates about this, and I know your opinion may be different from mine, but for me, bro, I feel like it's poor coaching. It's a few things. There's actually a lot of things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And although I'm not a LeBron fan, I'm not him, but I am a fan of LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
No. Everybody knows
I'm a fan of LeBron.
He definitely
No. Because I'm not what you consider a Bron section.
Nah,
he
is.
No, I'm not.
Everybody knows he is.
You're the only one to think that. Everybody that knows me, you can ask who my favorite players are, who my favorite team is. LeBron does not come in the conversation. But because I defend LeBron when inconsistent Orlando started hating, I'm a Bron sexual because I'm defending him. Bro, I defend anybody if I feel like they getting a bad rap.
This is definitely Lando Bayless.
I need y'all to tap into the chat. Is Will a LeBron sexual?
Put it in the chat. Am I a Bron sexual or not? No? Because if you know me, you know I am a Heat fan since day one. If you ask me to choose who, like, if you tell me start a franchise today, you know, so who am I taking? I'm taking Dwayne Wade. And if you say you get 2 picks, who's your second pick? My second pick is Jimmy Butler. You say you get a third pick. Who my third pick? Alonzo Mourning. Straight up. And I'm dead serious. Because I watched them more than most. Only people that really understand that is Heat fans.
Will is just a Kobe hater and a Bron sexual.
Okay. See,
I don't hate Kobe.
Before we get in the debate, I gotta address it because I'm starting to feel like people are starting to.
Clout God, he writes about Bron in his diary.
Wow, Clout, you finna do that to me?
Go, keep it coming.
Clout, you gonna do that to me? You gonna do that to me, Clout? You know I ain't been like that, bro. You know what you gonna do?
Dre says, you a Bron.
Wow. Y'all are really doing this to me. Okay, that's fine. At this point, I mean, I'm being attacked, so it's like, I mean, what can I do?
Just take it. It's okay.
But listen,
it's nothing wrong with it.
It is something wrong with it.
He doesn't give credit to anyone but LeBron.
That's not true. Listen. See, and like I'm saying, bro, this is the thing that get mixed up.
That's the total opposite with people. You give everyone credit but LeBron.
No, bro, listen. I give Kobe his credit. I give him his love. I feel like Kobe's top 5 all time to me and everything. I only bring up Kobe points to point out his inaccuracies when it comes to how he grades LeBron and how he grades Kobe.
And
a lot of the stuff that he talks about with Kobe, I actually agree with. The thing is, I don't want to hear from him because he doesn't view that some of the stuff that happens. He don't view LeBron in the same way, and it's like, bro, if you're gonna grade the game, bro, you gotta grade everybody equally. You know what I'm saying? Wow, Clout, this is a shame.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow, Clout. All right.
But if we really gonna get
it's okay.
It's not.
It's okay.
It's not true.
If we really gonna get into the Lakers, the number one mistake was LeBron recruiting Westbrook. He set up a war room during the summer and was interviewing players. And after all the players that he wanted, Lillard, etc., like he flew in to his home and was trying to talk them into signing with the Lakers or getting traded to the Lakers.
When did you hear this? I didn't hear nothing about this Lillard.
No, I heard
Lillard.
After, I mean, it was highly publicized. After all that, and all those players that he wanted turned him down, he got to Westbrook. Westbrook went back to management and was like...
Who was all the players that turned him down? Because now you sound like Skip already.
Look,
Dame turned him down. Dame didn't want to go.
But who's the other players you're talking about that turned him down? That's what I want to know. Because you sound like Skip Orlando Bayless right now.
They had the deal in place for Buddy Hield.
Okay.
But they walked away from it because they went for Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
They also had the Lillard.
They had the which deal in place?
Buddy Hield.
Yeah, that deal was
so the Buddy Hield deal was actually agreed upon, and it was like, when y'all gonna execute? And they let the Kings know, we're gonna go with Westbrook. That's after LeBron flew. So Westbrook went back to the Wizards and basically told the management, management asked him, what do you want to do? Mm-hmm. He said, it'd be cool if I got to the Lakers because he had already had his meeting with LeBron. But if not, then I'm here. Basically he gonna be doing his triple-double thing at the Wizards. Well, management said, he not committed, etc. He probably gonna leave after cut. So they're like, we'll just trade him now. He young. We get all these picks. Picks and players.
Okay.
But my thing was that was the kiss of death for this season because I feel like LeBron and Westbrook are too much of the same thing. I don't want two of them on the same team.
Playing style, maybe not mentally.
We actually needed a facilitator, and we don't have that, and it looks terrible.
You do.
Who?
LeBron James.
No, it's not.
The problem is you have another point guard who is to some degree a facilitator because he averages triple doubles.
They talked about DeRozan too. They talked about DeRozan.
They talked about DeRozan, and to be honest,
they went away from that too.
I never felt
they went away from the DeRozan thing.
They went away from the DeRozan thing because, bro, they wanted DeRozan to take less, and bro, like, I'm gonna get my money first because I'm in my 30s now. Like, he got one really good contract in him before it becomes I need to get on the team to win type thing.
I just watched him put 37, 38 points on the Lakers' head, and then on top of that, he's playing some of his best ball.
Now,
you could not afford DeRozan at that time.
But they afforded Westbrook.
He felt like
they afforded Westbrook.
But check me out.
Because Westbrook's almost at 40.
Check me out.
No. I don't think they should have went after Westbrook. I was for the DeRozan thing. But a lot of people are like, oh, he's not a three-point shooter. But
the DeRozan thing was a little tougher because he was a free agent. Mm-hmm. And so it was tougher because you had to get rid of it. Was a sign and trade or you start trading these players out. Now, they had players people were inquiring about. Kuz, THT. They could have got rid of some players and made some cap room, but it was a lot easier to facilitate a trade than it was for like a signing trade or like a free agency. You trade away a bunch of cap, whatever maneuver you need to pull. But, like, check me out on this. I feel like that doomed the Lakers because, for one, you don't have the coach that could coach a LeBron and a Westbrook. You have
kind of the point.
But that's the thing. You have a defensive coach, and then you took all of his wing defense and traded it or neglected to re-sign it. Mm-hmm. So you re-signed Avery Bradley off of the strength of a Warriors waiver, and he's probably he is the best wing defender on that team, and he was the 15th signing.
Trevor Ariza, but he's not playing yet,
and so. If he stays healthy enough, he's old. But, like, this is my thing. You give a defensive-minded coach who, in my eyes, could be defensive coordinator of the NBA every year. He really coaches a really good defense. He's not that great at coaching a complex offense. And you give him no wing defenders. And then, when you talk about rim defenders, you give him DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard. When they're at the tail ends of their career.
But do you not feel like DeAndre Jordan? Not DeAndre Jordan. He's bad, but that's why the Brooklyn Legends go. But do you not feel like Dwight should be starting?
I don't think DeAndre is bad, but Dwight is better.
I think he's bad.
DeAndre is definitely
he's washed.
He's a body.
He's washed.
I would definitely rather have
because you know what? Because you know what? DeAndre Jordan. I agree.
Me too.
DeAndre Jordan's whole game was based off athleticism.
It was,
which he does not have anymore. So now he's like kind of. Like you said, he's another body. I
said that a while ago about that Clippers team, and you tried to
because that was his prime of athleticism.
Yeah.
No, but
he was just an athletic.
You were trying to make it seem like I was saying he was like a top 5 center. I'm like, no,
you were making it like that. He just wasn't good. He was just athletic.
DeAndre Jordan did what he needed to do for that team, which was protect the rim, catch alley-oops, and block shots. And then finish around the basket and rebound. That's what he needed to do.
Check me out.
He can't do that now.
Check me out. We don't have a true point guard facilitator. But that same player, DeAndre Jordan, looked his best with what? A true point guard facilitator, CP3.
Nice.
And so it's not that DeAndre's trash. It's just that he doesn't fit.
But you're talking about 10 years ago.
But he doesn't fit this team in general. He didn't fit the Nets either. Because they don't have that either.
DeAndre Jordan wouldn't look good right now if he played with Chris Paul. Chris Paul is still doing it. DeAndre Jordan is not athletically what he was. So he's not as...
He doesn't have to be...
He's not as important as he was.
He doesn't have to be what he was, but at the same time...
Dwight Howard is not what he was. He just has to play his role.
But he's still a better option than DeAndre Jordan.
He is. I totally agree. DeAndre Jordan doesn't need to be starting, which he hasn't been. But they need to start Dwight, but Dwight has been under COVID protocols for the last 2 weeks. So that's another issue, is not only are the Lakers... having these flaws and these kinks they're trying to work out, they haven't been together as a whole the entire season. But they just got, what's his name, Trevor Ariza back. This was his first game the other night. He's not 100%. Kendrick Nunn is still out. Now THT is in COVID, along with Malik Monk, who I really like. I like Monk. I think he's ball. He's going to be a good asset.
He's cool.
Malik Monk is in protocol. Yeah. Westbrook was in protocol but came back out. I don't know what that was about. They have not been together as a unit, as a team, the entire season. So it's kind of tough.
They've been together, but not as much.
No, they haven't. They started the season.
They've been together enough games.
No, not enough games.
No,
not enough games.
They started the season. They started the season with Trevor Ariza, THT, Kendrick
Ariza
Nunn.
never played though.
This is my point.
You saying
Trevor Ariza, Kendrick Nunn, THT, and another player that were all out for the beginning of the season.
Ariza played last game.
That was his first game back. But what I'm saying, they have not been together as a team 100% the entire season.
True, but at the same time, it doesn't change that these guys.
I agree about the coaching.
But this is
I don't think Frank Vogel is the coach for the Lakers.
He's not built for this
team as it is right now.
But this is my thing. They weren't good defenders in their previous instances. So coming to the Lakers, we knew what we were getting. And now you see them all together. And you sign, don't get me wrong, I think Isaiah Thomas needs to be in the league. I don't think he needs to be on the Lakers per se, because what we need more than anything is wing defense.
Ooh, yeah.
But we also are a low-scoring team. We also need offense. It's like, that's the thing. We won that championship having a top defense in the league and one of the top defense out of the actual contenders.
Yeah.
The top defense.
Yeah.
And so the reality was we didn't have a great offense. It was slow pace. We slowed a lot of other teams down. They didn't run up 130 points on us. They couldn't. But when they neglected to re-sign Caruso, they traded KCP. That was the wing defense right there.
Caruso was the biggest loss. All the other players, you know,
and
KCP.
You could find some,
KCP,
both of them.
I don't agree about that.
I feel like you can.
KCP was a good defender, but he was too streaky for me as a shooter to want to keep him long.
Yeah,
Caruso was somebody you could leave in the end of the game.
What Caruso
wasn't a shooter.
He wasn't really a shooter, but he was like that.
He was somebody you could still leave in the game. He was in the closing lineup.
He did a lot of things. He did a lot of the dirty work that team needs. Every championship team needs that dirty work guy. You know what I'm saying? He was the dirty work guy. So if anybody, I feel if they miss anybody more, I feel like they miss him.
But this is the fumble.
Benny the Bull from the Bulls literally had a poster at the game with the X-Men with the Lakers missing Caruso.
Looking at like missing Caruso. Y'all miss Caruso. I seen that post.
But this is
savage.
But this is the problem. We had to pick in between THT and Caruso. The ceiling is pretty high on THT, so they re-signed him for that reason.
Yeah.
But you traded KCP away. You couldn't afford to sign Caruso. All because of you traded Westbrook for KCP, and you paying Westbrook $41 million, and so you can't afford to sign Caruso now. So it's the Westbrook trade that ruined the wing defense.
So can I ask you a question? Because I'm gonna keep it real with you. And watching Westbrook, even though he's starting to play better a little bit, even though he's still having some games to where it's like
inefficient.
In the beginning, it was like he was having a lot of bad games. He's starting to get better. He's having
still inefficient.
Games. But my question is this though: if Russell Westbrook, who many believe is a top 10 point guard all time, we all agree, right?
I do not.
You don't believe he's top 10?
No.
I gotta check another episode because I feel like you put him up there.
No.
Okay, we'll have that discussion later.
No.
However, most people, you can at least say most people have him top 10 point guard all time.
No,
Leonard, now you're just being outrageous.
Look,
a lot of people say he's top 10.
No.
So you don't think he's not even okay?
Hey, Chad,
even if you don't say that,
Chad, talk to me. Russell Westbrook is a top 10 point guard all time. Yes or no?
Okay, so that's the setup. We're talking about prior to the Lakers, okay? What a lot of people do is they go based off what they're seeing now and apply that to everything. Prior to what you're seeing now, you include those years in Oklahoma City, you know what I'm saying? The times he's having triple-double and all that. At that time, when he won MVP, which a lot of your top point guards, Chris Paul hasn't won, you know what I'm saying? The conversation was different. Now people are looking at him different because people like to go by his recent memory. You know what I'm saying? Low-key D said by far top 10. But my thing is this.
I could name 5 point guards that are playing today that are better than Westbrook.
Okay, well that's a separate argument.
Not going back to the legends. Today, he's not even top 5.
I disagree. But he's not top 5 right now. But you're talking about right now.
No,
playing now.
That is
he's not
just
top 5,
today.
top 10 right now. But if you look, bro, at what some of these Trae Young might be better than Russell Westbrook right now, but he's not better. He's not a better all-time player than Russell Westbrook.
Look, Lillard, Curry, Kyrie.
Okay.
All those careers are better. First off.
No.
All those careers.
No.
Only person has a better career out of those groups that you just named is Steph.
It's Steph.
All those players have better careers.
No. Absolutely.
Yeah, you on drugs.
Yeah. That's that step don't crack you talking. That's the step don't.
Stats is one thing.
Let's get back.
It's not just about stats.
Hold on, talk about.
Let's get back to the question. But no, this is my question.
Okay,
Okay, yeah, you're on drugs. But listen, going back to the question, my thing is this: if Russell Westbrook, because him, LeBron, and AD, they boys, and I agree with you, Loki D, CP3, after watching that finals, he may be overrated. You know what I'm saying? But that's another conversation for another day. We had that conversation with episode 5, I believe. But listen, if LeBron and Russell Westbrook and AD all had a round table like this and talk, and Russell Westbrook, who has grew up a Lakers fan, you know what I'm saying, who wants to play for the Lakers, you know what I'm saying, who idolized Kobe, you know what I'm saying, wants to play for this franchise, like Kobe, and says, well, I wouldn't. No, all right. No, don't take it too far.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
See, you went too far.
What are you doing?
No, you went too far. But even though Kobe did give him some love, but he's not Kobe. But my thing is this: if they're at a round table like this, you know what I'm saying, and Russell Westbrook said, "Hey, listen, I want to be here. I want to win a championship." LeBron, AD, I know right now y'all are better than me. Y'all can do more than I can do. I am willing to sacrifice. So if Russell Westbrook came into that meeting with the sacrifice, you know what I'm saying that, and even though he hasn't necessarily done that today, but at that time, do you not believe after walking away from that conversation that this is the best option we got?
Check me out. This is why Westbrook is not top 10.
No, we're not on that. Answer the question.
No, we're not on that. Answer the question.
No, this is going to answer your question. Westbrook is the worst of both positions at guard. He is a shooting guard that can't shoot. He's a point guard that can't facilitate without turning it over. He's literally the worst of both positions. He's just really athletic.
Oh, that's.
Am I wrong?
I got a question. Hold on. And then I got a question too.
Yes.
James Harden is right before.
James Harden is a way better shooter.
Time out. He is a way better shooter, but he turns the ball over the same way.
I don't care. He is a way better shooter and scorer.
So that makes up, but he still turns the ball over at a way.
I will take Harden 10 times out of 10 over Westbrook.
But he still turns the ball over the same rate.
No,
That's
he
all.
doesn't.
Yes,
no, he doesn't.
Before Harden missed these couple of games, Harden led the league in turnovers. Russell Westbrook was behind him, but Harden led the league in turnovers.
Look.
Those are stats you can look up on your stat machine. I know you like to crunch. Those are actual stats.
He got a stat.
The only reason Russell Westbrook has passed him is because Harden has been out for a few games.
Harden's on his way to being one of the greatest shooters of all time. Westbrook's on his way to being
one of the greatest 3-point shooters only because he's shooting threes at an astronomical rate.
And not only that, when he gets these triple doubles, it's literally the most inefficient triple doubles you could have.
But how good is he looking this year?
He's not looking good at all.
I'm talking about James Harden.
Oh, well, he came back from injury.
Man, come on with all these excuses, dog.
Hey, let the
bro,
man.
No. At least last year, but let's keep it real, man. Listen,
KD had a lot of people
coming from injuries.
Yo, look,
okay,
he was hurt in the playoffs. He played like trash.
He looks disinterested.
He was hurt.
I give him the benefit of the playoffs.
He signed up for the Olympics after the playoffs ended, and then backpedaled, was like, "Nah, I'm too unhealthy. I got to rehab the whole summer." He didn't have time to play basketball. He didn't finish rehab till the season started.
Man, listen, so James Harden is not a walk-on that just needs to work on his game like that.
Look, the guy went through rehab, and he's playing himself into shape. He'll be ready come playoff time. Stay off, bro. He was hurt.
Okay.
Stay off, bro.
James Harden's the most overrated player.
Russell Westbrook is a completely
I'm not going to say NBA history, but he's definitely overrated.
Russell Westbrook is
James Harden is overrated.
Healthy. He's completely healthy. Yet, what's his excuse? He's on an all-star team. It didn't matter who he was with.
I done tripped out, but I don't know what that was. But go ahead.
He's on an all-star team. It's like, what's the excuse? He got shooters around him. What's the excuse? In my head, this is my thing. Westbrook's the same player he's always been. He's just becoming less athletic. He's not dunking as much. He's not driving as much. He's not able to finish over other defenders as much. And I feel like the advantage that you had at the Westbrook is kind of fading. But at the same time, you have this LeBron, which is kind of duplicate. They kind of do a lot of the same things.
Okay.
And they're not true point guards. They are penetrate and kickers. There's a difference between being a point guard and being a penetrate and kicker.
Yeah.
Penetrating and kicking, it's just full backing your way through the lane and kicking when the defense collapsed. That doesn't make for quality assists when that is the only offense you're able to run. As Tracy put it, Tracy was like, he agrees that the LeBron system isn't working out. I was like, yeah, because they don't have a true facilitator.
It's not working out because they don't. I will say it's not working out because I will agree they don't have the players that matches the LeBron system. I won't say because and I'm gonna keep it real with you. I feel like this team is flawed all across the board, and I will put LeBron in that category. LeBron is also flawed.
D said that LeBron's showing his age, and he's not a true leader.
He's showing his age because LeBron at 37 is not able. He's 37. LeBron at age about to be 37 is not able.
Time out. But you're not extending the same grace to CP3 in the finals, though. When he old and on the tail end of his career, he trash.
No. I never said he trash. I never said he trash. Now, but my thing is this, though. Okay, no.
Talking about some inconsistencies.
Hold on. I'm gonna answer that real quick, and I'm gonna get back to what I'm saying. I feel like with the Chris Paul thing, Chris Paul was playing very well for a good stretch versus the Clippers, and then the first 2 games of the NBA Finals.
Short of his prime.
And then he disappeared.
Short of his prime.
Not only
short of his prime.
No. See, you can't do that.
He's always been short of his prime.
Orlando,
all season.
You can't play great for the Western Conference Finals in the first 2 games of the NBA
I agree
Finals.
With that. I don't think it's
fall off and say,
you're old. No, I just think in the finals
he's not that guy anymore.
I just think in the finals
I'm telling you this, it's different when you're saying, bro, he was never the number 1 scoring option on the Phoenix Suns. That's what I'm saying. So when
he never has been the number 1 scoring option on any team.
But listen, what I'm telling you is his contributions to that Phoenix Suns team waned dramatically when it got deeper into the finals. First 2 games,
it was just Drew Holiday.
He was scoring more than anything.
It was just Drew Holiday.
So you got locked up. Okay, then stop giving me you're the best point guard if you're getting locked up by Drew Holiday. He's good. But I'm sorry. Gary Payton, one of the best defensive point guards of all time, could do no majority.
He didn't get locked up in his prime, so we've seen what we needed to see.
Bro, but what I'm telling you is this.
So we seen what we needed to see.
You cannot have those great games. You can't be great in the daggone.
Don't attack 37-year-old players, man.
He's not 37.
How old is he?
He's like 35. but it's still different. You know what I'm saying? My thing is this: you can't be great up until that point, and then what's it called? Like game 3, 4, and 5, you turning the ball over. You making ill-advised passes.
He's 36.
You making big shots. You missing? Okay, so
when he turned 36.
Wow. He just turned 36.
No. May. Okay. I thought he was 35 too because he was a year in. He came out a year in college in 2004.
Well, listen, if LeBron would have had that game, would you have not said the same thing? Because I'm watching. I read what you saying in our group chat. In our group chat, LeBron at 37 does something. Orlando instantly comes to the chat. See, y'all see LeBron? Woo, woo. Now we're doing it about Chris Paul. Hey, Chris Paul's old. Come on, inconsistency. But listen, I ain't trying to get into Chris Paul. My thing is this.
LeBron and Chris Paul have 2 different games.
Listen, I will give you that LeBron, in this situation, since things have been going left, has not been able to take over. Because there's been times prior where when things weren't going right with the team, LeBron said, okay, well, I'll do it. He's not doing that right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to put that just on age because I feel like LeBron really does want AD to be the guy because he's the next best thing, and he should be.
And he's 27.
You know what I'm saying? 26. And he should be. However, I feel like this whole thing is a team thing, and when I put blame, the first amount of blame I put on is AD because AD has top 5 talent in the NBA, but it's not top 10 right now. AD is not a top 10 player in this league. On top of that, he can't stay healthy. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. We're going to get back to this. We're going to get back to this. But listen, that's one. What's it called? Frank Vogel is showing that he's not the coach for this team. He's not as great as a coach as we thought it was, because this team right here, he has no control. He can't do anything. You came in here, you came to the Lakers as a defensive guru. Your defense is one of the worst in the league. Look, you know what I'm saying?
Let's
and on top of that, you can't control. Hold on, you can't control the egos. You know what I'm saying? Now I will give LeBron blame to this. Looking back, I said I like the Russell Westbrook move over Buddy Hield because Russell Westbrook is more so one of the greater players of our league that we've seen. You know what I'm saying? So I understand him choosing that over Buddy Hield. But looking back, he made a mistake. Buddy Hield was a better fit for that team.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No,
Buddy Hield wasn't a better fit than Russell Westbrook?
It was a better fit, but it's not like it's going to win us nothing. It wasn't a better fit.
I didn't like.
You want to know why? Because your coach sucks and your AD is soft. I see other people are saying in the chat too. He's injury prone. He's been there since when he was in New Orleans.
The only person that I really wish that they would have stepped on, but they didn't want to, was the DeRozan thing. That's the person that I really wish.
That would not have worked.
I like the DeRozan
That didn't fit at all.
Look. There's two things. AD's averaging 24 and 10, playing casually.
Which is cool.
No, check me out. He's playing casually with two of the most dominant ball-dominant players in the league.
Tried to get him involved. They feed him. They're trying to get him involved. They're trying to make him that guy.
Look, he is a third option in that offense because of the way LeBron in
what are you watching?
That's cap.
Look at the shot attempts. Check me out. Look at the shot. Go Google right now. Shot attempt.
Because if you don't want to, if I give you the ball and you don't want to take the shot, you in the post, you kick it back to me. What am I supposed to do?
Everything AD's doing this year is down.
Check me out.
Everything AD's doing right now is down.
We know LeBron and Westbrook are two of the most triple-double whoring people in the league.
Not LeBron. Right?
No, check me out.
LeBron could average that.
Look. They are triple-double whores. They are ball dominant. Them, Luka, there's a bunch. There's a bunch.
Man,
so you talking about? So far, he's named everybody who's basically handles the ball on the team. Ball dominant.
But look, we have two of them on the team. Yet the best scorer all around is probably AD. Don't get me wrong. He's having a down year. Don't get me wrong.
But that's exactly what you're.
A top 5 talent in the league.
But a down year is 24 and 10, which is better than your favorite player.
But you're losing.
So 24 and 10 is better than your favorite player.
You know what's so funny?
Better than who?
Let me point back.
Hold on. It's
better than Jimmy.
Oh.
No, you know what's funny?
Okay, continue.
No, because he's not better. Yeah. Jimmy Butler is injured and not playing. He's better than Anthony Davis right now. You hear that saying? Listen, Jimmy Butler has been out because of injury. And right now, he's better than Anthony Davis.
Y'all trashing AD.
Because
but an AD down year is better than your favorite player.
And I want to hear y'all in the chat. And I said it. Jimmy Butler right now, even though injury, is better than Anthony Davis. And you want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because and it's funny because he's so inconsistent. Because with everybody else, he don't like to just look at numbers. Or when it comes to LeBron, he don't like to just look at numbers. When it comes to Anthony Davis, he's looking at numbers. But let me break it down to you. Hold on, yo. Those that are watching the game, correct me if I'm wrong. AD don't have no dog in him. They hand him that ball, he can have a mismatch. He's not looking at, I'm going to eat. No, he's not like that. Anthony Davis does not get that ball and say, this is mine. I'm about to do whatever to anybody. And you're a Kobe fan. You should know about that. The Kobe mentality is not there, not even close. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Butler is a dog. I'm going to get that. I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. Anthony Davis is not that.
Without the game.
Anthony Davis is more skilled. But he's not a better player. He's more skilled. He's not a better player. Because Jimmy Butler would do whatever it takes. When Goran Dragic and Bam Adebayo, our second and third best players, went out in the NBA Finals, Jimmy Butler said, "Okay, I'm gonna do it." You know what I'm saying? Those 2 games we won, we really shouldn't have won. The only reason we won them is because of Jimmy Butler. The only reason. Anthony Davis ain't built like that. That's the reason Charles Barkley gets on in front of the camera. He said, put the camera on me, come right at Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is not what he's supposed to be. And you Laker fans keep ignoring. I'm spitting all over. But listen.
But then
Anthony Davis is ignoring he's not what you are ignoring everything that Anthony Davis is supposed to be. Because he averages a little 24 and 10.
But AD has the best game in the finals for a Lakers player.
What?
He had the best game and closed out the Heat by himself.
Jesus, that's like when I tell you
he had the best game for a Laker in the NBA Finals. I think it was Game 3.
Okay, so one game.
Oh, one game. Okay, you're talking about one game. Because I'm sorry, the guy that won MVP.
He played good all playoffs. First off,
he played good. He ain't been like that since.
But the reality is, all I'm saying, you say, oh, he ain't got no dog. He closed y'all out though. He closed the door in that game 3 though.
Yeah, that's one game. And we're talking about whatever game you talking about.
No, that was game 4.
Okay, whatever game you're talking about, you're talking about.
No, I'm saying you talking about he hit that big shot.
No, that was like the previous series.
That was so like I was saying, that's the problem. Is AD has not brought that type of play for the past 2 years.
Was that
the last year he was injured? This year, even though he's been playing,
is that gonna make us win? Though?
That's gonna help towards that.
It ain't gonna make us win.
Because a lot of these games, bro, AD has been outshined and he's been getting those touches. This year, for some reason, he's abysmal from 3-point. He's shooting worse than Westbrook.
I agree.
From 3-point. His free throw percentage is down. His points are down. Everything is down for AD. Only thing that might be up for him this year, which I think is is his rebounding.
AD's
blocks, everything is down.
AD's not
He's been a disappointment this year. And I'm not saying the blame goes completely on him. The blame is going around. No. But AD has some blame in this, bro. Let's not act like AD's doing everything he needs to do. He's not.
Yeah.
The game, who did they play the other night? The game came down to the wire. It came down to the wire. No. It was like a couple nights ago. Dallas.
Yeah.
AD looked bad.
He looked bad, man.
And
they were trying to feed him.
Yes,
they were trying to
Porzingis outplayed Anthony Davis.
Oh, you know what's funny?
Karl Anthony Towns dog
Anthony Davis. He dogged the Lakers team, bro.
And Karl Anthony Towns
better than Anthony Davis right now.
AD is a third option on the team.
And whose fault is that?
It's not AD's fault.
Yes, it is. Because they're feeding him. They're trying to give him the ball.
No, they're not.
Shout out to Cuz my Drake said AD is soft. Low-key D said AD needs some milk. You know what I'm saying?
I can see if they were keeping the ball away from him. They feed him, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You tripping.
No,
they feed him.
Those are the two triple. Look at the stats. Both LeBron and Westbrook average close to a triple-double.
Low-key D said AD got married and got soft.
Look, how do you have two players averaging close to a triple-double and be like, oh, they feed AD? No, they don't.
Where do assists
come in?
Where do the assists come in from?
No, they don't.
The assists coming from AD.
It's not all the way coming from AD because he's not finishing. He gets the ball and when he passes back.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, we know.
AD has took a dip. You admitted it yourself.
Female.
Y'all
you admitted it yourself. Did you not admit that AD's having a down year?
Yes.
Okay, what are you arguing then?
Down year is like 3 less points.
But is he
3 less points?
AD is supposed to be
he's having a down year all around the board. It's not just points.
AD is supposed to be a top 5 player in this game.
And he's not.
3.
He's supposed AD is supposed to be what Giannis is right now.
You can't have these.
What Giannis Antetokounmpo is right now, AD's supposed to be that, and he's not.
You can't have these ball dominant.
Are you? Let me ask you this:
if you like that, it don't matter who you play with.
No, it's not.
It don't matter because right now AD should be better than LeBron, and he's not. A 37-year-old LeBron is the best player on your team, and that's a shame.
LeBron get way more touches.
I'm trying to feed you. I try to give you my number. I try to give you 23 to make you that one. I came out and said when you first got here, I said we need to make sure that the team is sitting around what AD do. And I'm giving you the ball and we ain't doing nothing because you can't stay healthy. I got hurt 2 times in the same game.
I got a
when
question.
Cat was waxing y'all.
I got a question. How is he third when AD is second on the team when it comes to points? How's he the third option?
He's efficient.
I don't know.
How's he the third option?
He's efficient.
Not this year. Not this year. He's not efficient.
He leads the league in points in the paint in the highest percentage.
And how does he get those? Because who feeds him?
No, he does not get fed. Those are 8.
But he leads the league in points in the paint. How does he get those points?
Because he's nice.
He's not as nice as he
I'm waiting to see it.
He's having a down year. But he's better than
because you know what?
He's having a down year. But he's better than the whole league in the paint.
Jokic right now is looking like many moves better than Anthony Davis.
A down year is he's better than the entire league in the paint.
That don't make him a better player, my boy.
A down year.
That doesn't mean you're getting your buckets in the paint.
A down year.
That means if you score 20,
he's better than Jokic, Embiid, Bam. How many you want to go around?
A lot of those players you named, Anthony Davis ain't better than right
in
now.
the paint.
Who you taking, Jokic or Anthony Davis?
I want AD in my paint.
Well, your paint.
Yeah, you tripping. Not right now. He's better than Embiid.
First of all,
no. You had your time. He said he's better than Bam. He's always been better than Bam. That's not a thing. He said he's better than Embiid. Embiid, he's missed half the season.
Bam, no. Bam ain't no.
No, he did. Okay, but he's talking about he's better. He's better.
No, he's not.
He's talking about he's better than Embiid.
If he was healthy,
Embiid has missed half the season.
He locks up mentally.
Embiid has missed half the season, so he's automatically disqualified from the conversation. You talking about he's better than season? Embiid has been out for multiple games.
That ain't half the season though.
We only 15 games into the season? Or we 20?
Jesus Christ.
Am I tripping?
You're tripping.
Like 25.
It's been a lot of games.
30.
We had over 30-something games.
Yes.
30 would be the all-star.
But look, Jokic is actually the number one option on his team. So that's the difference.
So that wasn't a great comparison.
But he's better at a third option in the paint than the entire league. What does that say? If he becomes first option, oh man. 4-6, and why Westbrook ain't got no rings is because of the type of player they are. They don't have as much success because of what fails when it means the most. In my head, you got two of the same players on the same team when really you need a facilitator. You wanted DeAndre to play.
You wanted Rondo back. You got Rondo, but
they don't play him. He old.
So who don't play him? Who don't play him?
Vogel.
And that's no problem.
He doesn't have any minutes to play him at point guard when LeBron and Westbrook are there.
If you can't decide, if you are choosing,
you're not gonna have major Rondo minutes with Westbrook and LeBron there, both for
a good coach is gonna make them minutes. Eric Spoelstra
ain't no good coach. Westbrook and LeBron gonna handle a rock.
Tyronn Lue is a great coach.
You're not gonna have a team. Minutes. Show me one team that LeBron and Westbrook didn't handle the rock. Show me one team.
We're not talking about handling the rock. We're talking
about
show
minutes. Me one team.
No, you're changing the subject. You changed the subject. That's not what we were talking about.
Show me one team.
That's not the point.
Because they don't do it anyway.
Orlando.
They don't give up the rock. They're not going to give it to Rondo. They don't give up the rock.
But I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't think that was a great
They don't give up the rock.
That was a sideways point.
Everybody wanted Rondo back, including
they're on the same team. How's the sideways point?
That was a sideways
point. Because they didn't answer nothing I was saying.
Go ahead. Why is it sideways?
I'm saying if Rondo is everything that's
because he just said that Rondo needs to get more time, and you're just saying that the coaching is not coaching them right. You're saying, what team has LeBron and Ray? What's they been on that they don't handle the ball? That's not the point he's saying.
That's not what we were
That's
talking
not the
about.
point he's saying.
So
That's not what he's saying. Stay on track.
So you're telling me
you went to the left track. You did not stay on the straight track.
So you're telling me that a coach is just going to come in and change LeBron and Westbrook's career, even though they've been the same.
That's
player
not.
Yeah, you are very.
That's so easy. That's easy.
You are very.
That's easy.
Orlando.
Is that easy?
Yes, if you're a great coach.
Oh, it's easy.
Because you're not going to tell them that. You're not going to tell them that. You're not going to tell you. I'm not going to ask you to do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Because Orlando, what's it called?
You think Frank Vogel's
LeBron James knows if LeBron James wanted Rondo there, then he knows what Rondo can contribute. So if a great coach is there, he's going to say, I'm going to make sure I get Rondo more minutes. You know what I'm saying?
It's a terrible pickup.
That's who y'all said y'all missed last year. Y'all missed them. Y'all missed Rondo and Dwight Howard. Y'all said, "Oh, we should have never let them go." Now they came back, and it's my God.
We don't play Rondo.
They don't get enough.
We don't play. You know how many?
And that's because of the coach.
You know how many? That's because of the coach. We don't got no minutes
because of your coach.
Because we got to play THT. We got to play Monk. We got to play all these guys. And
THT's not ready.
And you got. So we pay him $13 million. Just put him on the bench. DMP?
Don't pay him $13 million. How about that?
So that's the problem. THT the problem.
Is he gonna help you win right now?
THT's the problem.
I'm trying to figure out from you because you saying Rondo needs to be played more. Now you saying THT needs to be played more. I'm saying, bro, like, what do you need?
It's very.
What do you really need?
See, D, I agree with you. He tapped that. He won't say what he need to say.
What I need to say?
There ain't enough minutes to play all these point guards. It's not enough minutes.
So, you keep signing them. And you sign Isaiah Thomas like point guard was the problem.
So the reality.
Shout out Isaiah Thomas, though.
Isaiah Thomas ain't the problem.
Glad you back in the league. You know what I'm saying? He balled his first game.
I was about to say.
He a COVID player. Stop all that.
No, Isaiah Thomas a dog. You ain't gonna do Isaiah.
No. He said he's a COVID player.
Oh, he signed
him
because but still, we happy that you ball.
They are pointing at every role player possible like typical LeBron sexual fashion. That's what they do.
We blame LeBron too, though.
LeBron and Westbrook are the bigger issues.
Okay, Never mind Anthony Davis, who's supposed to be a top 5 player in the game, not looking like it. Never mind Anthony Davis not being able to stay healthy, which he's not been able to do his entire career, but y'all still trying to, give him a pass. Never mind the fact that, the people that y'all thought, initially was great pickups ain't looking like great pickups. Let's put it all on LeBron and Westbrook. Right. That's just they are part of the problem. They are the problem. You're trying to make them the problem. The problem is all over.
I don't agree with you calling 24 and 10 players washed. I just can't see it.
It's washed when you see when you're
going.
Numbers.
Who did he say is washed?
AD is washed.
I'm not going to say AD's washed. I just don't think he's as focused as he was before. I don't know what it is. I don't think he's just as focused.
I'm gonna keep it real. I think it's time to consider trading AD. It's time to consider it. Low-key D, hold on.
Just Westbrook and LeBron just turning it over.
Low-key D, no. And since listen. I'm gonna get back to something you said before. No. I'm gonna say this.
He drunk.
No, I'm not.
I told you he drunk.
I'm not trading him right now. Shout out Low-key D, because I thought it. I was thinking about it. Low-key D said it before me. He was talking about trading AD. And let me tell you why you consider it. Because Anthony Davis can't stay healthy for nothing. He's never been able to his years in New Orleans and all his years through the Lakers. He's not been able to stay healthy. My thing is this. The Lakers have so many holes.
They want to ring.
The best.
Yes, because of the Westbrook trade.
Anthony Davis is the best. He has the most value.
Listen to what you're saying. You're trading.
You didn't even hear what I said because I didn't finish.
You're trading in Westbrook, which is a problem on the team, right? Okay. But then you're going to trade away AD, who was not a problem before Westbrook.
His health is the problem.
I don't care. And
his mentality is a problem.
Yeah, I'm not with you on the trade AD.
Can I explain it?
Go ahead with the explaining, but
we got a ring off that. There's a ring off that.
Yeah, LeBron. Tell LeBron thank you. Tell LeBron thank you.
I'm not going to give it all.
AD led the Lakers in points, rebounds, steals, blocks, free throw percentage. Tell LeBron
in the finals.
No, the whole season.
Who cares about the season? It's about the finals.
Season.
Who did it in the finals?
No.
Who did it in the finals?
I am talking
Orlando.
about
Who did it in the finals? No. Who did it in the finals where it mattered the most?
Every game they played.
Who did it? AD. Who did it in the finals?
AD led them the entire season. So when you look at the stats, the playoffs and the regular season, AD is the leader in all those. Okay. So stop telling me, thank LeBron. No. Don't do that.
But anyway,
you have this clever way of not thinking Kobe and thinking Shaq and not thinking AD and thinking you always picking and choosing.
AD was a good contributor.
Nah.
Kobe was a good contributor.
Don't treat these dudes like.
But at the end of the day, that was the number one and the number two.
Don't do that.
Who was number one in the finals?
Nobody said it was a role player, but
Shaq was number one.
Don't do that.
In the finals versus the Heat, LeBron was number one.
The only reason
there's a one and there's a two. Stop trying to make two number one. You keep trying to do that.
The only reason why is because the offense goes to LeBron and not AD. We've seen that all season. We all agree on that. So, there's a number one because
there's a number two
because the offense.
But you just
stop trying to promote the number two, number one because they ain't.
But you said it went through LeBron, but AD led the team in what?
Yeah,
points,
by being the second option,
rebounds,
as the second option,
assists,
as the second option.
Not in the finals.
Not assists.
Not in the finals.
As the second option.
Not in the finals. What's more important? Playoff round one or the finals?
Took the ball away from AD.
He took it away and got him a ring.
Like AD
something he's never. No, because he's never done it. He's never done it.
So never done it means you can't do it.
I mean, you've been playing for like 10 years. What's up?
Are you gonna hire an accountant that said that?
What's up? Come on. Stop telling me you can do it if you ain't done it. Show me. You know what they're trying to do now with the Lakers? They're trying to make sure you do it, but you ain't doing it, so you ain't showed me nothing. AD ain't like that. I'm sorry. AD right now ain't top 10, and that's why they need to consider trading him. Because right now, if you wait too long to trade AD, you're not going to get enough value back. Trade him. I say you wait until the trade deadline, see what his health is looking like. See what's out there. But if he don't start looking like what he's supposed to look like by the trade deadline, I'm sorry. If the offer looks right, I'm sending him out of there. Easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got so many holes on your team. AD will fill more of those holes in a trade more so than anybody. Russell Westbrook, if you traded him, won't fill the holes that you need.
I understand what you're saying.
AD will.
But that's not going to happen.
And if it don't happen,
then
it is what it is.
I just think this season's going to be a wash.
You act like there's going to be some third player that's going to come in and play better than AD.
It's not about third player.
24-10, and you're going to come in, find a better player to play with two ball hogs.
Because you love ball hogs. Kobe's your favorite player. But listen, it doesn't matter about the. I'm telling you,
Kobe's an amazing. Kobe's an amazing off-ball player. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Enjoyed his career.
Don't do
the
that.
First part was a ball.
No,
but anyway,
amazing off-ball.
Anyway, but I'm saying
this is something LeBron can't do.
You love numbers
LeBron can't do
when he was doing all these numbers in 05 when he was ball hogging like crazy.
LeBron
leaves 36 off the ball.
LeBron leads the league in time of possession almost every year of his career for a reason.
He's changing the subject.
Don't we're
talking about Kobe now. We're trying to make it about Kobe now.
This is
I don't live
LeBron.
Kobe, but goddamn, can he rest in peace?
This is about LeBron. This is about LeBron. He can't.
It's about LeBron.
He can't.
It's about LeBron.
He can't be good
LeBron. Who's the best player on your team right now?
Westbrook and LeBron can't be good without
Who's the
ball.
best player on your team right now?
They all trash.
Your whole team's trash. Everybody.
AD's trash to them.
AD's trash then.
They all playing trash.
So why am I not consider trading AD if he's trash?
Why was the argument so heavy then about AD if you're saying he's trash? I just got a question. Why was the argument so heavy about AD if you're saying he's trash?
The shining star is actually AD in the paint. Outside of that, everybody's playing terrible.
Hollywood Tunes, shout out Top 10. Hollywood Tunes said AD is not top 10 at all, and I agree.
To be honest, I think AD is shining in the paint better than anything.
Who cares?
Is doing.
Who cares? You shining in the paint? That don't mean we winning because of you.
But
you supposed to shine in the paint. You're 7 foot.
But the reality is, he's not. But like the reality is, LeBron.
What is he? 6'11"?
LeBron.
Wow. You're 7 foot.
He's 7 foot, nigga. What are you talking about? KD 6 or 10. He's 7 foot. Nigga, what are you talking about?
Neither is KD. But going on.
KD's like by far, he's head and shoulders better than Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis was supposed to be on that level. He's supposed to be on a level with Giannis, KD, Steph Curry. AD's supposed to be on that level. He's not even close to that.
I'm with y'all on trading LeBron. Honestly, I would have traded
LeBron. Yeah, go back to what you were before LeBron.
I would.
Yeah, when Lonzo Ball and Ingram was the future. Yeah, trade them when you're winning 20 games. Tracy, go back to that.
Tracy, I'm with trading LeBron because I wanted to trade him for AD, and then Kawhi would have signed with the Lakers. And maybe would have got Paul George too.
Oh my God!
I would have rather had that.
You know what? I want y'all to trade.
I would have rather had.
Please
Kawhi.
trade LeBron James.
I would have rather
trade
had
LeBron
Kawhi.
James.
Please.
Man, I hope y'all trade LeBron James. I hope y'all do. Because when y'all go back to being trash right where y'all were, then you will understand what you had. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand what you have. A 36 turning 37-year-old player that's still the best player on your team, which he shouldn't be.
I don't want to see inefficient Westbrook get his triple doubles because it ices so many players in an offense. He's not efficient, nor is he helpful to an offense. He is a stat whore.
Your wording is just terrible.
He's a stat whore.
Okay.
He whores for stats.
Okay. So okay. Well, what you do?
So what he's doing on the Lakers right now.
So you gonna trade him?
I wouldn't want to trade him. I would have never traded for him.
Okay. So I'm saying, what you gonna do now?
I hope we get rid of him.
Okay. You need to get rid of AD. But
hopefully we keep.
You still drunk on that. I'm still not with you on that AD jump.
Trade AD. You get the most out of him right now. Because if you wait too long, people already know AD's injury history. If you wait too long, nobody gonna want him.
So what? What? DeAndre and Dwight gonna manage 24 and 10? Like who gonna make up for that?
Yeah, you drunk on that.
If you, to be honest,
who you gonna trade for?
If you reverse,
you want Ben Simmons or something? He gonna give you 24 and 10? Who? What's up?
Ben Simmons is big.
What's up? Who you gonna get? Tell me who you gonna trade.
I'm saying it's not about you. See, you're thinking about a star. You're thinking about a star. I'm thinking about a multitude of role players because you have.
Oh, you mean the ones we gave up for Westbrook?
Yes.
Oh.
Bro, what do you want me to? I told you that looking back,
Did you see how that circle went?
I don't agree with
heard what I said. You see how that circle went?
You heard what I said. I don't agree with that.
No, because I already told you. In hindsight,
I'm talking
the trade in
that
hindsight
I don't agree with.
Doesn't work because Russell Westbrook mentality hasn't changed, and I don't believe that AD and LeBron would have okayed that move had they not talked to Westbrook.
No. LeBron and Westbrook were having summer runs, running games. After the Westbrook interview in the little war room, they actually went and played and said, "Oh, this is gonna work. Let's make this trade happen." And they went and did it because LeBron IQ and all. I know this is gonna work.
I mean, IQ got him 4 rings.
Look.
You said what?
IQ got him 4 rings
and 6 losses. But
I mean, you got a bad team.
But this is my thing. He went through the interview process completely. Hooped with him, talked to him. He was on board. He went back to Washington saying he on board. And they was like, all right, we're going to trade you there. We're going to take all their role players. And they did it. It was a dumb move. It should have never happened. LeBron needs to be fired as GM. He's doing what he's always done.
Okay.
He's not a good GM. Now, what I will say is he's able to pull together star power.
He got you AD.
He's a big draw.
You know you would have never had AD without LeBron. You protected him, but he's a bad GM. You would never had AD. AD would never consider the Lakers had LeBron not be there. You know that, right? You know that, right?
It doesn't matter what AD wanted. It was no trade clause. It was what the Pelicans wanted. We offered them the best trade.
No.
So AD would have showed up in a Laker uniform.
Because AD said from the jump, if you trade for me, I'm not staying.
Look, because
Boston had another trade out there too.
Look,
exactly.
Look,
plenty of teams could have got him. It wasn't about that. It was about the fact AD said,
Boston had the real
I'm not re-signing.
But what did AD's father say? AD's father went out and said he don't want to go to the Celtics because of the way they did their players. They did Kyrie dirty, etc. So that was dead in the water.
But no,
that was dead dirty.
But if he didn't mind being there playing with Jason Tatum and all that, then
AD's father came out and spoke against the Celtics for a reason. That was dead.
Because he knew he was going to go to LA. That's why he spoke against
it was dead. So my thing was
in LA with LeBron.
My thing was I'm not.
Which is true. He would never be.
LeBron would not have went there with Kyle.
Like Loki said, AD was leaving regardless.
Yeah.
So the reason he chose LA is because Brown was there. The reason he wore number 23.
He didn't choose.
The reason
he didn't have a choice.
He did.
He didn't have a choice. He did not have a choice. He did not have a choice.
He did.
There was no trade clause.
It doesn't matter.
Look,
it doesn't matter.
The other teams tells you I'm not resigning. This is where I'm going. They knew.
If you trade for me, I'm not staying.
Look, the reason why
I'm not going to give up my value for somebody I'm not sure is going to commit.
Magic Johnson put together the trade at the trade deadline. The Pelicans thought that they could get better. But when they got to the offseason, they couldn't get better. So they went ahead and traded with the Lakers. They held out because they thought AD was worth more. But the reality was they got the best offer from the Lakers, so they went ahead and traded him there. It wasn't about AD.
So AD wasn't going to go there regardless?
AD would have went to a Laker team because as soon as AD gets there, we would have had a draw. Kawhi showing up.
He's not going
PG
there.
Getting traded.
He's not going there.
No, because the other
he could have been
No, because the thing is AD could be the number one guy and draw some second guy.
They're trying to make him that. He don't want to be there.
Because Kawhi...
So he had been the number one guy with Kawhi.
Check me out. Because I'm talking about being the star on the team and draw. I don't need LeBron to draw stars.
He had been the number one guy with Kawhi.
Look, we don't have the most championships in NBA history because LeBron drew stars there. We can get a star. We could get the star.
No, you can't. You couldn't get one Kobe's whole team.
We could get a star.
You couldn't get one Kobe's whole team.
Another star. So us trading for AD in my head.
You just lying to yourself now.
We definitely could have did that.
You lying to
because
yourself.
Kawhi wanted to come home.
Nobody wanted to come to LA.
Kawhi wanted to come home. PG wanted to come home. There was DeRozan that wanted to come play. So it was a bunch of players that we could have went in on. But AD would have been a nice compliment because he's not crazy. He's efficient. He's not ball dominant.
But you said AD was a number one, but just then you said he was a compliment. Which one is he?
Because
if he would have been there with Kawhi, he still would not have been the number one option.
He can be number one when he gets traded. He doesn't have to be traded into a number two situation. I'm saying he could be the number one on the team and someone wants to sign him to go play with him.
Okay.
So my point is, we didn't need LeBron. It's just that LeBron got there first because we couldn't get a hold of AD because Pelicans thought AD was worth a million players, I guess. But
he just brought you a championship, but all right. But anyway, so shout out. We're gonna give a quick shout out to Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying, for breaking the record. We haven't been on live since he broke the record. You know what I'm saying. Shout out Steph. Nobody's arguing the greatest shooter of all time. He is that. But I do have a question for y'all. And I mentioned to see y'all take this. We kind of talked about it at the barbershop workout. Do y'all think that if KD, let's say KD don't win another championship or something like that, you know what I'm saying, but still continues on to be a great player, and Steph, you know what I'm saying, maybe wins because Steph looking like he can win MVP right now. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think that when it's all said and done, Steph has a chance to be, considered better as far as all-time rankings than KD?
No. They were on the same team. It's the best comparison we have.
I completely disagree.
Like, you can't be on the same team when both y'all in y'all prime. You just came off a unanimous MVP, and somehow you sunned, and now you're number 2. Ain't no way you're going to tell me you're better.
But, see, you're talking about a pure basketball level. Like a pure skill set.
It's over. It's already
solidified. If we're talking pure game-wise, then KD's better than a lot of people in the top 5. Oh, well, not a lot of people. Okay. But he's better than a lot of people in the top 10. And he's top 10, but let's keep it real. If you put everything into the pot, everything, not just your skill, not just your game, but the things you've accomplished. You know what I'm saying?
It's over.
No, Steph could win 2 more rings. He still wouldn't be considered a better player.
It's over.
I'm sorry.
It's over.
He's the best shooter ever, hands down. There's nothing to be discussed about that.
It's over.
But Steph could win 2 more rings, and he still would never.
And not
be
only
better
that, Durant is still looking like the best player in the league.
If KD can't lead his team to a championship, then it won't be an argument. The answer is going to be Steph. The answer is going to be Steph. Because guess what?
He has 2 final MVPs. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's true. But his 2 finals MVPs, guess who they came alongside? Steph. And you see how Steph is looking right now?
But
he had that guy as his teammate.
Okay, going back to what we said 20 minutes ago, are championships team awards or not?
They are.
Okay. Then.
But who's on your team matters.
Okay.
He had a top 5 player on his team in the league.
So even if
one of the best players of all time.
Even if he doesn't win a championship, we know what he does in championship situations. Because he was
no.
Because he was.
You were back in 2012. No, he wasn't like that.
He was the most.
To me, I'm sorry. I would need for him to do it somewhere else.
That doesn't count.
He was the most cut.
I'm not gonna say it doesn't count, but all I'm gonna say is it needs to be solidified.
It definitely counts.
Those rings are invalid.
It definitely counts because
invalid. He wasn't leading that team. He had a Hall of Fame team versus a team that shouldn't even have been there.
Look, it definitely counts because Steph Curry was nowhere around when Kevin Durant was putting game winners in LeBron's mouth. So when he looks like the most clutch player in the series, I don't want to hear, he ain't never leading.
Clay was putting game winners in KD's mouth.
Because
when they blew a 3-1 lead.
Because what happened was he showed up, again, the Westbrook effect. Westbrook was taking shots in the fourth quarter he shouldn't have been.
Well, he got him up 3-1, so I mean.
Westbrook shouldn't have been shooting.
Don't go up 3-1 and then try to give me an excuse.
Like, I don't know why you keep naming these Westbrook
KD,
teams.
Kobe. You can't go up 3-1 and give excuses. You can't lose that. But go ahead.
Westbrook went cold. He sucked in the series after they went up 3-1.
KD gets some blame in it too, bro.
I agree, but at the same time, when you have
as long as you say you agree, that's all.
Let him finish his back.
No, I agree. You could have dropped 50 and done something more, but like at the same time, Westbrook went cold. Durant didn't go cold. He just didn't get touches in the fourth as much as Westbrook did, and he shouldn't have been. Westbrook was cold. He should have gave the ball up. I would rather bet on Durant. It's the same way I feel about Kobe. I don't want to see him role players taking shots. It's late in the game. Get a ball to Kobe. I'm going to live and die with Kobe the same way I would live and die with Durant. I'm not living and dying with a guy that's inconsistent as Westbrook. Let the ball go, bro. Let your little triple-double go. Just let it go.
Okay, that's cool. We're talking about Steph.
But here's my
Steph
thing.
is in a different ballgame with Westbrook. But he's way above. He's way above Westbrook.
But here's my thing.
That's a whole different conversation.
But here's my thing. Like even if this Nets thing doesn't work out for whatever reason, Kyrie only plays half the games, somebody gets hurt, whatever. Who cares? Even so, I've watched him try to carry this team to his best ability, and that's, to me, you're doing everything as a star player that I would ask for. So even if he doesn't win, it's not like he didn't give it his best try. He dropped 50 on them boys and still lost. And like in my heart, like I feel like you put up the effort, but you're gonna be like, oh no, he's not better than Steph.
I can't take that from you. That doesn't.
He laid it out there. He laid it out.
No, LeBron gave you 51 and you didn't give that no credit. You're being inconsistent.
No,
you're being inconsistent.
You're lying.
That's not.
You're
you
lying.
got to stay.
You
got to stay on target,
you
bro.
are lying because when he dropped them points, I said it was the best game I had ever seen LeBron play in the finals. He was.
That ain't what you said. That was one.
No, he was playing aggressive, and then he got to the fourth quarter, and then J.R. Smith dribbled it out. He got mad, went to the bench, started pouting, went like 0 for 6 in overtime. He quit. It was a
Kevin Durant
went 0 for 6.
0 for 6 in overtime after dropping 50.
Look.
Wow.
Look. I think there's a big difference between KD giving everything he has in the game and LeBron pouting and complaining and crying on the bench.
It's crazy because those are the exact same number.
No. Because you could
score 50 during the game.
No. Because
those are literally the exact same.
You could watch the game and see how exhausted KD was. KD was exhausted.
Oh, for having to carry a team?
No.
Like LeBron had to do in 2018?
Wrap this up.
Okay. Wrap this up. He had to carry a whole team. He got exhausted from carrying somebody for 4 games, and LeBron had to carry a whole team through the whole playoffs. Multiple times in his career. But okay.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Bro, the inconsistency on that is crazy.
That's wild. Wild.
KD didn't do.
You could have put those up on a blind stat, and you wouldn't be able to tell who the different was.
Steph Curry. When you look at
because all you look at stats.
If you look at,
you didn't watch the game.
If you
we watched LeBron lay down in line,
but listen,
and watch your teammate dribbling the ball out of bounds like a retard.
The point is this: if you look at Steph Curry's resume and you look at Kevin Durant's resume, Steph Curry has a better resume than Kevin Durant does. So Kevin Durant has never. No, I'm talking about stats. I'm talking about resume in general. I'm not talking about just stats. I'm talking about the individual awards, stuff like that. He has more individual awards than Kevin Durant does. So now we're talking about, and we don't want to get into the impact of the game because Steph has had a way more impact on basketball than Kevin Durant has. So the stuff you're talking about is just straight skill level. And I'm saying straight skill level isn't enough to make you the better player all time.
That's literally what makes you a better player.
No, it doesn't, because there's more than that.
What else?
There's more than that.
What else?
There's a whole lot more. There's the stuff you've accomplished in the league. That
Steve
matters.
Nash got 2 MVPs, but you don't even rank him high.
No, I rank him higher than Chris Paul because of that. That's why we had the whole debate. Accomplishments matter. It's not just skill.
But you
can have all the skill you want. If you don't do anything with it as far as accomplishing things, if you have no MVPs, no Defensive Player of the Year awards, no awards, nothing that symbolizes you being one of the greater players in what you do, you don't get that.
I want you to answer this honestly. Does the MVP go to the best player in the league, or is it also a team award?
No, that's not a team award. It doesn't go. That's a bad question because it doesn't go to the best player in the league. But it's not a team award either. It goes to whoever's playing the best at that. So just because you're playing the best doesn't mean that you're the best.
But if your team sucks, will you win MVP?
Westbrook won the MVP, and they were.
But Kevin Durant hasn't been on a sucky team his whole career.
So if your team affects,
not his whole career, but his first couple years.
But if your team affects the MVP. And the best player doesn't always win MVP.
But he's always been one of the top teams, what I'm telling you.
But
Kevin Durant since year 4 has been one of the top teams in the league.
You see how I sent you in a circle? Because you're saying the team affects your MVP award, right?
Okay.
So it's not an individual
You won't
award,
be in the MVP if
you're because you're playing the best on a winning team. It's not about just you have to be number one, because there's been a lot of teams that weren't number one. But at the end of the day, when you are on the best team and you're playing better than a lot of other people in your league, then yes, that matters. Steph Curry in 2015 and 16, I was one of the people. I actually thought that Steph Curry was the best player in the game. Now, LeBron came in the finals and proved me wrong, but at that time, there was nobody playing better than Steph.
Nah, LeBron was. It was. I feel like he might have taken that Westbrook shot, that shot Curry hit over Westbrook. That was the day I finally said, okay, he's the best player.
I said that too.
But
we was at Taylor House. Shout out Taylor Bevel.
But LeBron got his title took when Durant showed up. It was over from that point forward. He's been the only reason why Durant isn't the best player since that point is because KD tore his Achilles out a whole season. So at that point, I think it was AD.
It doesn't. I'm sorry. What you did in Golden State means
right
nothing.
right now, even KD is still the best player.
What he did in Golden State was cool.
You might be able to argue Steph, but you definitely not arguing LeBron.
What he did in Golden State was cool. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. If he can't lead this team to a championship, it don't mean nothing.
But he replicated a team. Honestly, he played better individually than he did on the Warriors because the Warriors were more of a team. It was more crowded.
But it doesn't matter. Playing better individually, winning.
But the Nets, they had players, but Joe Harris played bad. Harden was hurt.
See, you giving all these excuses,
and then Kyrie was out for
You're not being consistent.
No, it's not consistent because
I know it's not consistent.
Look, it's not consistent because the teams aren't the same. They weren't missed. Clay wasn't just hurt.
If you're that guy, I need you to be there.
No, Clay just
according to you.
Clay wasn't hurt. and then you weren't missing a Draymond. Like that's the thing with this Nets team. You was missing Kyrie, Joe Harris was sucking, Harden was hurt, and you got to be consistent. No, it's not the same team. They was missing star players, bro.
No, it's not about that.
They're not the same because Clay and Curry were healthy, but when they weren't healthy, when Curry was the only one left and Durant was out and Clay was out, they lost. But at the same time, when Clay was out and then Durant tried to come back, it started to look good, but then he went out. And
so I got a question for you. In those 2015 finals, where Kyrie and Kevin Love were both out, when they lost that in 6 games, who's the reason they lost that?
Personally, the game was very close, and it was a winnable game.
So it's LeBron's fault, what you're saying?
He did.
Okay.
No.
The game was very winnable in Game 7 when Kevin Durant.
He just stopped.
He should have.
No.
He stopped because he almost walked.
Exactly.
No.
He stopped. He was even.
You ain't gotta say it. You're making my point for me.
I didn't stop
because he was supposed to close the deal. The game was close.
I didn't.
Tracy said they both needed each other.
You cut me off.
Milwaukee games were close.
First off, LeBron should have finished the game, and he didn't.
Okay.
Second off,
did Kevin Durant finish for Milwaukee?
I said he didn't finish.
So then what are we even talking about?
I said it when he didn't.
No, you didn't. You said, Kyrie was. You just finished saying Kyrie wasn't healthy. James Harden was playing, but it was. You gave all these excuses, but you did not say that Kevin Durant didn't finish the deal. You did not say it on this live. You have not said this off the live in the group chat. Because you have not said this.
What you won't see is what I've always said. LeBron is the greatest athlete the NBA has ever seen.
Okay, bro.
He was in better shape, and he's able to carry a team better than the skinny Durant because Durant isn't a great athlete. Durant was exhausted. This is the difference because you can't see exhaustion and you can't see the greatest athlete of the NBA all time on a stat sheet. That's why you have to watch the games with your eyes. And so when you look at the games and you see what was going on, you can see that Durant didn't want it.
50?
He didn't want it. But they can't see the difference
Overtime.
because it's stats. It's stats only.
All I ask for is consistency.
I feel you.
I agree.
You was on some drugs today too, but I feel you about the consistency. That's the only thing about it.
No, I agree. It is consistent.
Lando Bayless, once again.
But you agree LeBron's the greatest athlete of all time, and LeBron's nowhere close to
the
that.
greatest athlete of all time.
Who's better?
I feel like Michael Jordan's the greatest athlete of all time.
And so
LeBron is just the
he's number 2? LeBron's number 2?
No.
What? Who's above?
I mean, if we're talking about straight athlete, we can talk about Dominique Wilkins. We can talk about a healthy Derrick Rose. We can talk about a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I don't think LeBron
Derrick Rose?
A healthy Derrick Rose.
You can't qualify him like that. That don't work.
I'm just saying. I'm saying it's a lot. I'm not finna just say LeBron is number 1. There's a lot of people that think about that.
LeBron rank
I feel like
as greatest athletes of all time in the NBA.
I had to think about it. He might be top 5. He might not. I say might be top 5.
You know where I'm going.
What's up?
He's number 1.
I don't think he's number 1.
Now,
I think when we start talking about just pure athleticism, I think Michael Jordan. I think Sean Kemp. I think Vince Carter. I think about a healthy Tracy McGrady.
All right, let me finish.
I think about a lot of people.
Let me finish. Where would you rank Durant? Is he even top 10 athletes?
No.
Top 20?
No.
30?
You talking about pure athleticism? That makes you the best player.
But this is my thing. When I say he was exhausted, it's because he's not as great of an
You're
athlete.
moving. You keep switching all over.
He's not as great of an athlete.
That has nothing to do.
It does. He can't.
What we're talking
He's
about.
not as great of an athlete.
Kevin Durant almost had 2 years off. He should have had a lot of energy.
He's anorexic. First off,
what does that have
he's
to do?
anorexic.
But I'm not gonna say he's anorexic because guess what? Him and Giannis are literally almost the same weight.
No, Giannis is one of the best.
No. Kevin
No.
Durant and Giannis are literally separated by a few pounds.
But Giannis is one of Giannis might be the best athlete in the NBA today. No, he's right, but
they are separated by a few pounds.
But weight isn't athleticism. Giannis is the greatest athlete in the NBA today, right? Do you agree with that?
Today, I would say that.
Yeah.
So then Durant not even top 30 all time, not even.
That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant what we're talking about.
My point is, you can't just say some weight. I'm talking about athleticism.
You brought up weight.
No, he brought up weight. So you can't be talking about just some weight.
He's only 2 pounds heavier.
I know they're the same weight, but they're not the same athlete.
Whose fault is that?
But
Giannis is the best player in the game right now.
Durant is who he is. All these players are who they are.
Yeah, he's what he is.
So
he's
my point
he's
being,
a team that can lead a loaded all-time team
so
to a championship.
my point
he can't
being,
lead anybody else.
It's not an excuse. It's a flaw in his game. He's not a great athlete.
I'm not feeling that for the excuse.
I mean, well, hey.
I'm just not feeling that for the excuse.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Steph's
I'm
not
just
a
not
lot of
stuff you're saying.
Steph's not a great athlete either.
He's more athletic than
Kobe
Durant.
said it. Kobe said it himself. I think he was a good
He's more
athlete,
athletic than
but I don't
Kevin
think Kobe was a great athlete. Jordan's a way better athlete than Kobe.
Kobe wasn't a great athlete?
No, he's a good athlete.
Number 8, Kobe wasn't a great
Kobe
athlete?
said that about himself.
Kobe.
No, that's the truth. He was not super athletic. He was.
I'm sorry.
He was.
Kobe, number 8, Kobe wasn't super athletic.
He was.
Are you serious?
He was athletic, not super athletic.
Okay, and see, that's the same thing I feel like about LeBron.
No.
LeBron is athletic. Number 8, Kobe was way more athletic than LeBron has ever been.
LeBron.
Yeah,
LeBron.
Yes. No, it's just because LeBron is a freak of nature. LeBron shouldn't be doing what he does at 6'8", 250.
Kobe is never
but that
been a
doesn't
freak
mean he's the most athletic ever, because there's been people that have been smaller that was way more freakishly athletic. Vince Carter was way more of a freak than LeBron was.
But Kobe was never referred to.
No, you're just talking about a dunker.
No,
Right.
As far as athlete, no, you own.
Especially
okay, so what is your
Dominique
definition
not up
of
there,
what is your definition of an athlete? Because I'm confused now.
So it's a mix of everything. It's really how fast, how big.
Let me ask you something.
How-
do you
how-
not
how well you
agree
can use that
LeBron
size?
could just about go into almost any sport and play? Could you say that about Vince Carter?
Kobe.
Could you say that about Kobe?
Dominique.
I mean, I know Kobe is somebody that I think could have played another
Dominique.
sport.
Dominique.
But Dominique Wilkins, could you say that about other players?
Yes.
You can't say
I
that
said
about
Dominique.
Maybe.
Made a great wide receiver.
Maybe.
He can jump over anybody.
But I'm still not putting his athleticism.
Vince Carter can jump and snag over
Yeah,
anybody.
you're talking about just jumping.
Dunking
That's
is
different.
one thing.
That's different.
Running, I see them with the way they run the floor. I mean, what are we talking about?
That's just
here?
one part.
Yeah.
That is a part. Running
That's
the
just
floor.
one.
Dunking is just one
Yeah,
part.
no. I'm not putting either one of those guys over LeBron, but Kobe. I'm not saying Kobe's not athletic.
But I said when Durant airballed that game winner, I was like, see,
You gave him a pass.
Kobe would have never got exhausted. Like he would have found some way. Like you can't be an elite scorer.
You treat Kobe like a god, bro.
No,
he's
like-
not human.
Like
Kobe has failed multiple times.
But at the same time, he would
It's
at
okay to fail.
least give that shot a chance. Like you can't be exhausted and blame exhausted. Like Jordan flu game, there was no excuse. Like greats don't get. They find a way.
He didn't blame himself. You did.
No, but I'm saying that's no excuse. And like when you really want to be like, he's the greatest scorer in the league in my eyes right now. And so if you Durant,
okay.
and so if you really want to be the greatest of all time, it can't be, man, I was tired in OT and I airball. Nah,
It's
that's
too late for him to reach
no
that. He'll
that's
never
no
reach
excuse.
greatest
I
of
agree
all
with
time.
that. I agree
It's
with
too
that.
late.
It's too late. But at the same time, if you're gonna start racking up, a nice resume, you can't be getting tired. Tired can't be no excuse.
Yeah. Shout out A. Bellamy. He said KD leadership could be better, and it should. And that's been KD's problem. KD, even in Oklahoma City
That team
and in
wild.
Brooklyn, he never has had the leadership quality. He's one of those. I'm just the better player. You know what I'm saying? I rely on my skill, but he's never been able to lead anybody or anything. That's why he couldn't get a reins over.
I mean, he's
Russell. He couldn't get a
he
reins over
said-
Draymond Green, who called him out his name on the bench. Like,
but he said that though. He said that what
he's
I'm
not
about.
an alpha.
No, he said that what I'm about. I'm not about none of the nonsense. He's not about the media. Not about none of this crap. You talking about? He said he about buckets.
Okay, so he about buckets. He's not a leader.
Yeah, but he didn't get the buckets. What he matters.
Steph Curry's a leader.
But as
He is. He is.
because
What would that team do without him?
because the leader was the one that was taking the buckets. That was the leader.
No, that was the best player. He's a better player because he's physically gifted more so than Steph Curry is. I'm sorry, Steph Curry. I'm sorry, I can't be 6'11", 240.
I'm sorry. I ain't gonna flex. That would be a problem if Steph was bigger.
If Steph was KD's size,
Would be
he would be way better than KD. And we keep him near the beam, but you don't hear that.
You can't. What if? Because Allen Iverson, if he was 6'6".
I agree.
Oh my god!
But I agree.
That's another one.
Because I'm sorry, I feel like you disagree. I feel like in those early 2000 days when you had like Kobe was all that, and he was great. He wasn't better than AI. I'm saying if it's 2000, if it was on 2002, you asked me to take and listen. And if you swap KD, if you swap Kobe out with Allen Iverson on that 3P team, you're still winning 3. And Allen Iverson might mess around and win one of those MVPs because he was like that.
I don't know about that.
Kobe was so mentally like, I want it to be mine. He took bad shots and did some dumb stuff. Allen Iverson was a dog all the way through. Not that Kobe wasn't, but I'm sorry.
Because, look, check me out. Like, scores at the guard position is one thing, but you talking about giving up a small forward that could take you to the low block, which Allen Iverson could not do. Like
he couldn't. He wasn't big enough.
And so that's my thing. That's my thing. Like, you talking about trading him out, I'm like, yeah.
I know. I still feel like if you trade him out, yes, because Shaq at that time was so great and so dominant.
You already got Curry. Like, you trading out players, you duplicating stuff. Durant is in his own lane. AI is in his own lane. You switch them lanes, you got a guy playing AI, and you also have Curry.
But I'm telling you, Shaq at that time was so dominant because there was no other center. Basically, you could have put any of the top guards around Shaq at that time, and they would have won 3.
Basically, you got to run a 1 and a 2 that are both 6'3" and under.
If you swap Tracy McGrady out with Kobe, they couldn't win 3 straight.
And then you got to run a 1, 2, and 3 that are all 6'6" and under.
Okay. So can you not swap Kobe out with Tracy McGrady and they win 3?
Tracy McGrady was unreliable as far as his back goes.
Yes. Not Orlando. Not Orlando. We're talking about Orlando. Tracy McGrady.
He missed a lot of games there.
He didn't want to play a lot of games there because they were trash. I'm leading the league in scoring and we winning 20 games.
So back to the original topic. You think that Steph can pass KD as far as
to be honest, right now, if they both retired today, Steph is better than KD all time because Steph has accomplished more. Steph has changed the game more. Steph has he's not pure skill wise, he's not better than KD, but Steph has a lot of skill. So you start talking skills, and then you start talking about accomplishments, and then you start talking about what they've done to the game and stuff like that. All those things, total. Like the only thing KD has over him really is just straight basketball skills, which is a great thing. Don't get me wrong, but when you start including everything else in the mix, Steph is better.
But a part of what
KD will be a better street ball player. But in the NBA, Steph is better.
But a part of what you're mentioning is Steph is nowhere near as crowded of a team.
Because I'm keeping Clay wouldn't be Clay without Steph.
Because Durant's doing.
I don't say that either. Because Steph is mainly. Clay is mainly a catch and shoot.
Durant's doing MVP things when Harden is also the main possession.
Steph could have won MVP last year, and he had nobody.
No, Steph is on a less crowded team, so he's able to do more of what he wants.
He was doing this when he had Clay. What are you talking about?
No, Clay has been out for 2 years.
I'm talking about when Clay was there in 2016 when people thought that he was better than LeBron.
And then Durant showed up and sunned him. He put him in second place.
Okay.
So, not only that, I'm looking at
because you're more physically gifted than I am. I'm giving it to you.
It's like you're right, but you're wrong,
If I don't give this to you, it don't work. The only reason I'm giving this to you is because you are a better mismatch than I am. I cannot do anything versus LeBron. LeBron is a pure physical mismatch. Really? You are physical of a mismatch. So I'm giving this to you.
So when the offense runs through Shaq, because the match is better, because he has Austin Crozier or Dikembe Mutombo guarding him, then Kobe got carried.
I don't blame Curry for that. I don't blame Kobe for that. The only reason I bring that stuff up is to point out your inconsistencies.
How convenient.
There's nothing wrong. I don't see nothing wrong in Kobe being number 2 those first couple
coaching
years.
A smart offense. Oh no, Kobe, them rings don't count.
Who said? I never said that. It's the only reason I point stuff out like that is when you try to make it seem like Kobe was the best player on that team, and he wasn't.
I was about to say
That's the only time I point that out.
There's a difference.
Kobe wasn't the best player on that team. And you thinking of a way to lie and tell these people on this chat.
I really would like to see the two of them separated and see who was the best player of the team then.
You took a prime Shaq and you took that early Kobe. Because prime Kobe, the best Kobe was 24.
Look.
Number 8 Kobe was Steph Chance.
Check me out. You keep saying that Shaq was the best player on the team. Okay, I hear you. He was really good. He was a unicorn.
He was really good.
Look.
You don't want to put finals MVP in the NBA.
But the year they separated, we knew easily who was the better player.
Do we?
Yes.
Or did Kobe just score a bunch of points?
Oh, just a bunch of points. Yeah, all right.
He scored a bunch of points and blew a 3-1 lead. Mm-hmm. He blew a 3-1 lead.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like, early on, Kobe was younger and Shaq had been in the
He
league
thought he could jack shots up to win a championship.
And so, early on, Shaq was better. But there was a point during that Laker tenure when they were both on the same team that Kobe was better. You just won't admit that. And that was the reason why they broke up, was because Shaq wasn't playing hard. He was coming in fast.
Okay, I agree with that.
He wasn't putting in the effort. That was the whole.
Fat Shaq was still better than Kobe.
Phil Jackson even said in his book the whole reason why was basically because he wanted Shaq to be motivated.
You know what else he said in his book?
Wasn't.
You know what he said about Kobe in that book too, though? You remember that?
What?
You know what he said about Kobe?
He was uncoachable.
Oh, so that's you want to minimize that when you talk about Shaq? Let's maximize.
But then comes and coaches him the majority of every year that he's ever been in the league. Was the only team he would coach for. But anyway, so he calls him uncoachable. Yeah, I know, because Kobe was a GOAT.
Wow, no, he wasn't. He took bad shots. He took shots on 5 people as a ball hog. He didn't listen to anybody. He thought he could score his way to a championship. And that doesn't work. You have to have teammates. And he didn't start winning until he started using his teammates. That's why he started winning championships. He utilized He utilized Pau Gasol.
So when he missed a playoff, he missed.
Yes, he needs teammates. That's what we're trying to tell. That's what we've been telling you about LeBron for years. But you ignore that. When it comes to Kobe, it's like, he needs teammates.
Sense. So when I say Smush Parker and Kwame Brown was he should have won with them. He should have beat the Sun. Oh, you need teammates now. But my thing is, you keep saying, Shaq was better. But they separated. We seen that it was day one. We knew who was better. Day one.
Because Shaq got old.
No. Old when he made it to the finals? Was he old then?
Yes, because Dwayne Wade was the best player on that team.
No. Old when he made it to the finals as a Laker.
No, he was older. He was in his prime.
And then the next year. So you're talking about
that wasn't the next year. That was 2 years.
No.
Right? Or was it?
No. He made it to the finals.
Okay.
And got traded to the Heat.
Right.
So you're saying 3 months. He went from out of prime.
No. He was second in MVP voting the year after he left. What are you talking about?
And Kobe showed that he was better.
How did he show he was better when Steve Nash was the MVP? Shaq was 2. Shaq was number 2 in MVP voting. How was he better?
About when he left for the Heat.
And I'm telling you, in 04-05, when he was on the Heat, Shaq was number 2 in MVP voting. He was averaging 25 and 10.
He was not on that team until...
Can you look that up, please?
He was down.
No, bro.
He wasn't
Orlando,
as good as
you just ruined your own point. The moment Shaq left LA, when he finished the year with the Miami Heat and Dwayne Wade, Shaq was number 2 in MVP voting behind Steve Nash. He was the better player. Kobe was just trying to score points.
Kobe wasn't going to win MVP because of the Colorado case.
No,
we know
that wasn't what it was about.
We know that.
No, it was because he was trying to score his way to a playoff win, and that doesn't work.
He was definitely the better player, and he kept showing.
Okay, well, the league disagreed with you and the rest of you Kobe fans who believe that nonsense. Okay, so one of the last topics of the day, because I did have to get into something.
We gotta get into.
But no. So quick question. We gonna know what? No, we gonna get into this. So, do y'all think like Jake Paul is like bad for boxing or shit? Does Jake Paul deserve roses now, or is it like he still ain't like that? As far as a boxer,
I don't think he's getting dogged for not being a boxer, even though everybody he's faced, he can put to sleep.
Okay.
I'm not saying he's an official boxer, but I would actually like to see him in a ring with an actual boxer. Because even though, what's the dude he just beat down this weekend? Tyron Woodley. He's not a boxer, but he's UFC. He's a fighter.
That's two different things, though.
It is, but at the same time,
they're not the same.
They're not. They're not. But he's still a fighter. It wasn't like when he knocked out Nate Robinson, who was a freaking basketball player. Okay. He's a fighter. Okay. So now what I want to see is his next fight to be maybe an entry-level boxer and see where it goes.
He wrote Canelo.
Nah, Canelo is
he drunk.
Yeah. I wouldn't go that far.
He's calling out Canelo.
I wouldn't go that far, but I would actually like to see him on an entry-level boxer and see how that match goes. Now, if he takes out an entry-level boxer who's coming to the boxing ring, I would like to see him in some more actual boxing fights.
He lost versus Mayweather, but Mayweather wasn't trying to knock him out, but he
that was Logan. That was his brother.
Yeah, that's right. But still, like, I feel like they're both on the same level. But like Logan, he goes to fight Mayweather, but it's just a sparring, and they don't want to go knockout. And like you see, there's a moment.
Floyd could have knocked him out. He pulled his punch.
There was a moment where he could have knocked him out.
He did it for entertainment.
He stumbled.
I want to say there was a moment where he was kind of knocked out, but Floyd.
They said he kind of carried him up.
Yeah, he carried him up.
At first, I kind of was like, nah. Then I seen the footage. I'm like,
and so when I'm watching this stuff, I'm like, yeah. I think if either one of them were to fight real boxers, then.
Oh yeah, it's ball game.
But Logan fought somebody else. He fought another. Is it an NBA player before that?
Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson was
he fought somebody before that, but you talking about Logan or Jake?
Logan.
He's talking about Logan, but
I don't know who Logan fought before. But see, Logan hasn't really been. I would say that Logan hasn't been putting in the work that Jake has been putting in.
True.
Jake Paul has been really putting in some boxing work, and I commend him for that. However, Jake Paul is a celebrity boxer. He is not a professional boxer.
Yeah.
But
there
he
are
can get
levels.
There. He can get there.
Well, he is when I'm watching
right now. He's got
undefeated.
Right now, he's got undefeated card.
When I watch Jake, he's fighting people that aren't boxers for real. He's not
a boxer either,
and that's what I'm telling you. But he's a celebrity boxer. He can knock out.
But he's not a boxer
that pick up gloves for the first time after he's been training for years. Nate Robinson, when he knocked out, he has. But Nate Robinson, when he knocked him out, Nate Robinson had been training for a couple months. By that time, Jake Paul had been training for years. So you don't get the credit for being a great boxer until you beat out a great boxer.
He's not a boxer because look at who he called out. He called out Dana White and a bunch of UFC players. He doesn't fighters. He doesn't want.
Is he calling them out or are they calling him out?
No, he called out McGregor. He called out.
Because it's a money move.
Yeah, it was a bunch of.
You called out Masvidal.
Yeah, like he was.
And Masvidal was like, "Hey, forget all that. Come to the UFC. See what's up."
Yeah, that would be terrible.
Exactly.
For him to go to the UFC.
But that's my point. He got to stay in a lane.
Didn't he call out? Was it French?
Now I can see him fighting with McGregor.
That would be a good fight.
I would actually like to see him fight McGregor.
He's calling out people that don't box aren't in that boxing lane. He's calling out people that might box a little bit. Either. Right.
That's why he don't get the roses. That's why he don't get the credit.
Right. That's the point.
You're making our point.
That's the point.
Okay.
If he would have said, I want Canelo, Pac, I want...
You don't just jump into the ring and get one of the top fighters.
But he's been training. But at this point, he's been training for years.
But who are you? He has not.
That's why I said he needs.
But even at an amateur level, he hasn't fought enough good amateur boxers. He's fighting people for TV.
What I just said at the beginning is I would love to see him fight an actual real boxer, and then we can see what he really got. Because so far he can beat regular people. We can see that.
Okay.
So far. So I want to see him fight a regular boxer.
So you get no credit till you do that. Once you knocking out Nate Robinson, you knocking out Tyron Woodley, and people got to stop saying, "Oh, Tyron Woodley, he's a fighter." No, where boxing is completely different. No, until you can do this versus people that have been boxing for years, that have dedicated their lives to boxing. No, you ain't forgetting that.
Time out. And
Jake
the other
Paul
thing about this
like
with
that.
Jake Paul is this too. Jake Paul is starting something. This may be a new wave of this amateur boxing, like this, being professionally televised and stuff like
boxing. This is
what I mean by amateur, and that's what I mean by amateur.
This is like a celebrity basketball game.
But that's what I mean by amateur. None of these guys are actual boxers.
Right.
They're fighting each other. This is going to probably be a new wave because people would love to see this.
You know what you're doing?
Who's going to be next? Could you imagine if they set up a arena like this or a fight like this with two rappers? Or two football players, or two basketball players, or something like that.
But
that junk's gonna build up.
That's how the Paul brothers started. They were calling out rappers. It just never happened.
They're calling out people that don't box. Listen, bro, that's like saying, Chris Brown is balling in the celebrity game. He wins MVP in the celebrity game. Can he beat? Can he make a team and beat an NBA player? No.
Well, that's
the levels is different. It's different beating Bow Wow than it is playing against Kobe. It's completely different. Because you knocking out Nate Robinson, Tyron Woodley, that's not you playing Canelo. Canelo will put him to bed. It won't make it past the first round versus Canelo.
You can't just put him in a thing with Canelo because Canelo is too far.
He wants that.
He may want that. That's not a great idea. What I'm saying is this.
So it's not like that.
That's what I'm saying. He needs to build this up. If he can get an entry-level boxing match with somebody who's just coming in, but that's an actual professional boxer, let's see how that goes. If he wins that and gets another boxer on the higher level and wins that, if he goes up like that, then he can get to somebody like Canelo. Yeah, he may be talking and trying to get somebody like that.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna shame him for that.
No, I'm not shaming him, but I'm saying you don't get no clout either. I'm not gonna look at you as a solidified boxer.
Right now, he's the king of celebrity boxing right now.
Yeah, celebrity boxing. I'll give you that. You're the king of celebrity boxing. But
I
stop
ain't
trying
mad
to.
at it.
No, and I'm not. But stay in your lane. Stop talking and stop trying to call out real boxers as if you're on that level. Because no, you're not. If you want to talk like that, then start making your way towards that level.
I think that's what's gonna happen.
Fighting Tyron Woodley isn't making
No,
the case.
no. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Knocking him out doesn't make the case.
Yeah, but it's gonna give you the shot like,
That gives you
How
a
do you
video
think,
on
how do you
World
think all
Star.
these other boxers get found? They get found in smaller little leagues of boxing and stuff like that, and somebody notices them and puts them on a bigger stage.
But they're fighting.
That's what's
but
gonna
they're
happen.
fighting other boxers.
I feel you.
These
That's what's
people,
gonna. I feel like that's what's gonna happen with Jake Paul.
boxers.
You kind of quiet.
Shout out Justin Knapp. He said he was talking about how Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, I heard Le'Veon Bell. Now stupid because it's like you play football, you're not a
But
fighter.
he's not, you're making our point.
Yeah, he's not a fighter. Le'Veon Bell is not somebody, and that's my thing. Le'Veon Bell is calling out him. Tyron Woodley wanted that rematch, and he didn't need it. He wanted that rematch.
Le'Veon calling him out for a check because the NFL thing ain't working.
Yeah,
Le'Veon ain't got no business.
That's not worth it. But Le'Veon can get in that ring and get knocked out. That's just building up on him. That's giving him more practice. But he needs to get a fight with an actual boxer. And I'm not saying he needs to jump with Canelo. He needs to jump in with somebody small. And see how that goes. Now, if he whops him up, then he needs to go to the next round.
And until he does that, he don't get the club. If he start doing what you're saying, then yeah, we'll start looking at it.
You get a little juice from me. It's boxing ain't nothing but entertainment. It's entertainment to me too.
Okay, you ain't knocking out Tyron Woodley and getting club.
Yeah, this is just as bad as like Roy fighting Mike Tyson. Like this is.
What's the IG Rude boy said that one of the Paul brothers was calling out Mike Tyson.
This is
that's stupid.
Please do that.
Yeah, no, they
do that.
Mike would really beat them.
That sound good, but listen. But I'm taking Roy Jones with either one of them. So please try that.
But this
he said fighting Jake Paul is. Ex-athletes tell us they want.
But this type of fight,
facts.
But this type of fight is gonna have a Roy and Mike Tyson type of draw, and I feel like obviously they're gonna prevail because they're actually trained boxers. But if they were to fight one of them, it'd be over. But like the reality is, I don't think this moves past celebrity boxing. This is like a clout thing.
Yeah.
And so they're pulling it. At first,
is
all
he
he
clout
wanted to do was
chasing or is he?
Yes.
Why do you
first
say he's
it was
clout
all
chasing?
rappers, but it was all rappers. Now it's turned into, well, I'll fight UFC fighters because they're not exactly boxers either.
But he's not.
But they're fighters.
But
he's not either.
I'll fight NBA players or NFL players or do something like that. But they're not boxers either. They're just athletes.
So I got a question. Let's say he fights Conor McGregor.
That don't count. He's not a boxer either.
Actually,
Mayweather showed you that.
Actually, McGregor.
He just went against a better boxer. That's the difference. That's not the same.
Mayweather played with him.
But he went against a way better boxer.
I actually think McGregor actually has some boxing skill. I don't think he's nowhere near a Mayweather level.
Yeah, he's not on the same level.
I think he's way above a Paul level.
And if I'm not mistaken, didn't that fight go almost 12 rounds?
Yeah, it went.
Nah, it was like
8, 9.
It was like
8, 9?
Yeah, like 7.
So a person who does not box, that's in the UFC, totally different lane, went 9 rounds with the greatest fighter ever.
Because he let him. The first 4 rounds, Mayweather let him hit him. You know what I'm saying? To tire him out. And when it came to like 6, 7, you know what I'm saying? I might be getting my numbers wrong, but I know for a fact the first 4 rounds, because I was watching like, yo, like, Mayweather, what you doing? But Mayweather let him tire himself out the first 4 rounds, and then when it came to 6, 7, he started whopping him. And he started falling. Like, he didn't get knocked out. The ref stopped the fight and said, bro, no, you're not doing it. At this point, you're not even protecting yourself. Your hands are down, and Mayweather is almost 50. I ain't trying to go out here and knock people out no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to box now. I'm trying to boop, 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 move, move, move. Boop, 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 move, move, move. Like, bro, like, Mayweather went in there like, okay, I'm just going to play it, bro. I'm going to let you think you're winning. And then, when it's time, I'm going to wrap this up. He wrapped it up. The referee said, over with. Stop it. McGregor's like, oh, hey, he was a good boxer. You know, bro, come on. McGregor went in there because he made more of that fight than he ever made in UFC. That was a money move. He never thought he could win. He talked the talk. You know what I'm saying? But he knew he wasn't going to win because he wasn't going to make $100 million in UFC. He made $100 million losing.
He did, and still went 8-9 rounds with the greatest fight ever.
So, again, we appreciate everybody tapping in with us, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate everybody tapping in with us, you know what I'm saying? And again, make sure you get your merch, you know what I'm saying? Get your merch from us, or just get on there and just shop. You know what I'm saying? Just shop. You know what I'm saying? Again, use the promo code though, Fan Noise, and get your stuff 15% off. You know what I'm saying? But before we wrap up the show, you know what I'm saying? We like to give people their roses, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Orlando. We might do this last episode, but I slipped my mind, you know what I'm saying? We got to eat the base, you know how I get. But we want to shout you out, you know what I'm saying, for passing your real estate test. You know what I'm saying? You know, coming to broke, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need a house, you need a house or something.
He a broker,
hit up my boy Orlando, follow him, Mr. Burns, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the stuff on his page. You're gonna be like, God dang it, you know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to sports, you know how he be. You know what I'm saying? But follow my boy. You need a house. Link up with him. You know what I'm saying? Gotta give my boy the rose.
Oh, time out real quick. I hope this weekend, for the first time since I tore my ACL, Orlando showed up.
He did.
Wasn't impressed.
Whoa.
Wasn't impressed. And I'm not saying that talking junk. All I'm saying is that I was there. I was there to just do a little shoot around, but I got the itch. I love basketball. I got the itch.
Okay.
I played 2 games and waxed his team both times.
Hold on. Time out.
Now, time out. Hold on. I'm not finished. Hold on. I'm not. Time out. I'm not finished. I'm not finished. So, now I do want to bring this out because I know this is what he's going to bring out.
Okay.
There was a point in the game where Orlando had a wide open shot.
Okay.
And so I jumped out just to contest the shot. He does a cross and goes past me. I wasn't going to chase him.
Oh, he got crossed over. Don't try to explain it.
See, I knew the cap was coming.
Don't try to
You
explain
would definitely think that I went out there to guard him and he hit me with a whoop whoop and I went the other way. That's how
when somebody on the court goes, ooh.
No one did that. That is in your imagination. No one did that.
Somebody said, ooh.
No. You know who said ooh? Him. He said ooh. Because he crossed me with a brace on the first time I played basketball. Supposedly he crossed me because I jumped out so he wouldn't get a wide open shot. Because I will say this. If he get a wide open shot, he can knock down a wide open shot. He definitely knocked down a wide open shot.
I don't know where it came from.
He gave the ooh.
My team or your team, but it was a ooh.
It was from him.
Look.
He gave the ooh.
First off, we hooped in East Cobb.
Okay.
Where there wasn't much competition.
You a Cobb.
I'm not sitting there
you
saying
know
like,
what type of comp you're going to be in East Cobb, LA Fitness, right?
Ain't no time.
There you go.
When he put up
One
a shot,
of the white kids had a crooked spine, and he was doing spin moves. It was, I don't know where he think, and he like, I waxed his team twice. And he had a, like, who cares, bro?
You let a cripple do a wax you. That's all I'm saying. You let a cripple do a wax you. You talking about. And let me tell you something.
No, cripple.
Orlando runs up and down the court like a piglet. Look, Orlando runs up and down the court like a piglet.
Not even a grown pig.
So he be running and his mouth stay open the whole time. He run up and down like this with no neck. And I kept looking on the side like, this is not the Orlando I hear about. Like,
wow.
He talk.
So this isn't the Orlando that was talking about.
Now, I'm gonna give you some disclaimers. He is coming off of a sprained ankle. So that could be part of it.
But you got one leg though.
I do have one leg. And I wasn't.
You let this man do one leg, bro.
All I'm saying is, if you know,
he was so hype about this cross. You would think it was one of those AI Tyronn Lue things. It was nothing like that. It was my momentum was going this way. He saw the opportunity for the cross. So, he took it, which was smart.
After we've described the comp,
he said the ooh.
How much clout do you give him? I waxed his team 2 times. How much clout does he get off?
Because your team was competent. You didn't have a sorry team.
Now, any hooper...
I had 2 dudes on
any real hooper would have came out flat out would be like, man, that run was trash. Anybody that brags about beating that type of comp is a non-hooper, first off. Because I left there...
got mad too because they wouldn't pass it.
I left there mad because they were so trash.
So you
Dom left there celebrating because he won.
I did. Not only was I celebrating, I was excited. That was my first time hooping, so I tore my ACL. I was very excited. I was not supposed to be doing that.
That wasn't real comp. Because if you were playing with real comp, they would have cooked you.
There's no doubt about that. I'm playing on one leg. There's no doubt. You were supposed to cook me. You didn't.
No.
You were supposed to be balling.
No.
You were supposed to be that dude. He keeps saying there was no comp there. Hold on, time out. You keep saying there was no comp there, right? Why didn't you do anything on the team?
Because my team was.
It was 6-0 before they scored their first point.
It was my team was trash.
So you were saying that you were 2018 LeBron?
No, what I'm saying is I checked out of the game. I tweaked my ankle the first game, and so I stopped driving off that.
So you went AD.
Is that why you were doing the chubby run?
But like, actually,
I still can't get over chubby run.
I ain't gonna lie. One day we're gonna have to get that on video and like put that on YouTube.
But,
I need to see. When you say he's running like a piglet, that was like that image that came in my head was like the funniest thing I ever seen.
Recorded because for the most part I was on the sidelines. I kept looking at them playing. I was getting so mad. I was like, God dang, I want to play. And then Jamar finally talked me into it. He was like, Bert, come on, dog. He's like, all you gotta do is just really just jog up the court. I was like, you know what? I was doing that on the sideline anyway. I was like, all right, bet. When I ran them game, we waxed these boys. I was like, good.
You see how he talking?
The score was 6-0. That's a wax.
You would think that he was ball, but it was all trash. It was. I had a guy on my team.
So his team was good.
Look. I had a guy on my team. Tell me the truth.
All I'm gonna say is
tell me the truth.
Tell me what? Okay.
Tell me the truth. Did he not miss like?
He had a boy on his team. He had a boy on his team.
9 out of 10 layups.
He had a boy on his team. I called him Sunshine. He definitely thought he was in the G League.
He missed 9 out of 10 layups.
He missed a lot of shots, but all I'm
saying is
this.
Layups.
Layup shot. All I'm saying is this.
Layups.
Both games he played,
he was 9 out of 10 in misses. He might make one. I remember I passed him the ball wide open by himself. He missed and had another take just to make a wide open layup.
Okay.
He would miss a layup on one side of the rim, get the rebound, go to the other side, miss on that side. The other team get a rebound, run back.
Okay, like, so my question to you is this though.
Hold on, I gotta say this too.
No,
both games.
Both
games, because you don't want to hear this part. Both games, did I not have more points than you?
I don't know about
that. I did. The first game, I shot 2 threes. I was 2 for 2 because I only took 2 shots. And then both of them was 3. So I had 4 points the first game. Second game, I shot 2 shots. I made 1 2.
Wait, let's amend that because the math didn't add up. You shot 2 twos.
2 twos, 2. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know what you mean, but it's something out there
we're playing basketball. I shot 2 threes.
You said I shot 2 threes and I had 4.
Like, you know exactly what I mean. You know what
I want to make sure I fan.
Anyway, the second game, I only took 2 shots. I missed 1, and I made the other 3. Both games, I had more points than you. And you are well more able-bodied than I am. If you are saying the comp was as bad as it was, if you're saying you're as good as you are, you should have more points. Is that not true?
So my question is this.
Is that not true?
Look,
okay.
If you're saying you're as nice as you were and the comp was trash like that, you should have been balling.
But who shot more? My teammates or me?
You should have been balling. Ain't Kobe your favorite player?
Who shot more? Me or my teammates?
Ain't Kobe your favorite player?
Who shot more? Me or my teammates?
Ain't Kobe his favorite player?
Who shot more?
Should you not have took over the game if you that dude? You not that dude. Taylor, you are good, bro. You can wax him. You good. Taylor, you're good.
He basically
Deion, when you get your leg back, you good. Will, you can beat Orlando right now.
Well, I figured that before.
All I know
is
you
can beat Orlando right now.
You know what I'm saying?
You can beat Orlando right now, especially with the stubby run. You gotta watch the run.
Anybody that hoops at East Cobb knows that Dom, being an elite player in East Cobb.
Who said I was elite?
First off,
all I know is I was more elite than you that day with 1 leg.
No. And to be honest,
1 leg.
I feel like he's a tryhard. Like he was actually trying hard. Like I was not.
I was super excited to be out there.
I know you were.
But how can I try hard on 1 leg?
But this is reality, though. That was his NBA Finals. For me, it was the worst run I've ever had in the last 5 years. It was terrible. I don't want to.
Who do you think you are?
Look.
I got out there when I seen him put up his first shot. I was like,
real hoopers know
I'm not impressed.
when you play with guys that can't dribble. That one guy had a crooked spine. Look.
There's a lot of exaggeration.
You don't want to play.
I got a question. Did you not win
trash.
Hold on, I got a question. Did you not win some games while you were there?
Yeah, because of
then. Why you didn't win that game?
Because I was shooting.
What did he just say?
Because I was shooting.
What did he just say?
Because I was shooting.
Hold on. You just said they won because of you, but you couldn't win because of what?
Look, because I was shooting. Now look.
Because of what?
When
I'm confused.
Look, when I started shooting, we started shooting well. But when Sunshine started trying his look, he would make. You know what he is? He's the ultimate. Makes a good move, gets to the rack, and then misses.
You talking about Sunshine?
$1 million move, $5 finish.
Yeah. Okay, I agree
and
with
so
that.
he would do it over and over.
But y'all won.
You know, he never warmed up.
They won with
He
it.
kept doing it, and so he would be like 20%, 10% on layups in a game.
But y'all won with it.
He would bang on stuff, punch wall like he was pit. He sucked.
But y'all won with it.
And he was taking the most shots.
Y'all won with
So
it.
my question is this though. So is it like when you talk about Orlando's game?
Okay.
Are you talking about the wins and losses, or are you talking about his actual skill level? Is his actual skill level not
Hold on, time out. I'm not gonna say his skill level because it wasn't that type of run for the skill. I'm not gonna say that. But what I am saying, from the talk,
he just shot his whole argument in the foot.
No, I'm not. You're gonna let me finish. You're gonna let me finish. You're gonna let me finish. From the talk,
I told y'all.
Talk, you were talking. You were talking like you were that dude. Like you could have walked on and dominated. You weren't the best player on the floor.
If you talk
that junk like you that guy, you were not.
Even you not trying.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
No,
you just said
I should still be able to see how nice you are, even if you're not playing.
I'm not saying you had to play hard for me to notice that. Orlando's a player that at LA Fitness. Orlando's a player that at LA Fitness you would pick up. He would give you some good minutes. He's not going to be that dude that's going to leave you. So when he talked about it and he led the team earlier, I'm like, how did you lead the team when all the dudes taking the shots?
Jamar was there. And I would ask Jamar.
Look, ask Jamar.
I asked Jamar while I was there. I was like, who was hitting the most twos on my team? Me. Who was shooting the most?
That's another one of those.
Not me.
That's another one of those inconsistent.
The best player.
It's very inconsistent from what happened.
No, the best player wasn't
very
shooting.
Inconsistent from what happened.
The best player was watching Sunshine. I didn't care. Honestly, I checked out, to be real. So I go to Hoop and they trash. And now I'm like, why do you be Kobe Bryant? I'm like, bro, I don't care.
He was talking big after the game?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Oh, no. I was super excited. Definitely. But after the game, I was just still in disbelief. Who was that dude?
It's kind of weird because he actually thinks that everybody's supposed to go out there and just play 100%.
Did you hear me say that? I didn't need to see you play 100%. You played to you. You played 20%. You were still garbage. I don't need to see the other 80. I don't need to see the other 80. I don't.
Hey, Bama said, hey, time and date, he gonna record it. You know, put it on YouTube.
Oh, the next time I go, I'm gonna watch because I just want y'all to see the Stubby run. That joke is hilarious.
But no, listen, man. It's been a crazy episode, been a long episode. Appreciate all y'all for sticking with us, man.
Please, thank y'all. I just want y'all to know this is Will spit. This is not ice. It's melted.
No, listen, that ain't no spit. See, now you got the crack. Now you got people. You lying on me now. You know what I'm saying? But listen. We appreciate y'all for tapping in with us. Sticking with us through the whole episode, you know what I'm saying? We love y'all. Again, get your merch, you know what I'm saying? Follow 15, man. Use the promo code FANNOISE and get 15% off everything, okay? Listen, we'll catch y'all next time, man. Catch y'all on the next episode. We'll do this again. Enjoyed it as usual. See y'all.
Go Blue.